That's crazy.
Welcome to a world of mystery and spookiness, where things get a little weird and the woods have secrets that are hard to explain. Watch this trail cam video collection and join us on a journey into the strange and mysterious. Get ready for some creepy moments, strange sightings, and encounters with huge creatures that we cannot quite figure out. These moments were caught on cameras hidden deep in the wilderness, and they'll definitely make you question what you thought you knew. However, come explore the unknown with us, but be careful, the journey might be a bit scary, if you're up for it. Mystic Deer and Ghost. Deep in a mysterious forest, something strange happened. A secret show unfolded, caught by a hidden camera in the woods. A special deer appeared, kind of like a magical guardian in the middle of the spooky trees. Its eyes glowed in the dark night, making it look like something from another world. But then, a big change came. Out of the dark shadows, a see-through creature showed up. It was like a ghost moving really fast, faster than anything normal. No one could see its face because it was moving so quickly. The magical deer and the ghostly thing presented a weird view, like they were telling a scary story without words. Anyone watching got confused and a little scared. The see-through creature moved like smoke, leaving a mark on the hidden story of the forest. And then, just like that, the ghost appeared into the shadows where it came from. It was like a quick, quiet whisper in the windy, spooky forest. People left with a big question in their minds. What secrets hide in the shadows, and what are the invisible creatures in the mystical woods keeping to themselves? Alien mermaid. Far, far away from Greenland, way down in the super chilly sea, something super strange happened. Two brave guys armed with a cool cam spark set out on a big adventure. They thought it was just a regular fishing trip, but boy were they wrong. When they threw their net into the icy water, guess what they caught? Not a fish, but a crazy cool creature, an alien mermaid. This mermaid had scales that sparkled like the northern lights. The guys were so surprised, staring at her shiny tail and magical eyes. The alien mermaid was not expecting this either. She was caught deep down underwater, and she started talking to the fishermen in a language they'd never heard. Her voice was like music from the ocean. The guys were both amazed and kind of scared. They could not believe they found such a weird and wonderful creature so far from home, wondering how she ended up in the freezing waters near Greenland. Mysterious Bigfoot amidst woods. In a quiet forest far from people, a camera reported something eerie. It was a huge, mysterious figure moving silently among ancient trees.
No way. Walking backwards.
The way it moved seemed unnatural, like it came from another world. It gave off a strange feeling, making us all scared and curious. This strange presence was cloaked in darkness, and we couldn't understand where it came from, or what it wanted. The forest, once peaceful, now felt eerie and full of unknowns. When we watched the video later, we couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling it left us with. We had so many questions about this mysterious figure, but no answers. It reminded us that there are still many secrets in the natural world, and in that forest, we witnessed something beyond our understanding.
2 feet.
Mysterious mammoth skeleton unveiled. In a hidden, dark place, a mysterious video revealed something incredible. A nearly complete mammoth skeleton tucked away from sight, like a challenging puzzle. These bones belonged to a massive creature that lived long ago, a male mammoth in its prime. Surprisingly, it had been buried secretly around 15,000 years ago, and no one knew why.
It was an adult male, probably in its 40s at the time of its death.
As we examined the skeleton closely, we discovered key parts. A skull that once made loud noises, a jaw that chewed ancient plants, and its impressive tusks. Some spine bones hinted at its enormous size, and scattered ribs had their unique tails. But the real puzzle was this. Its limbs and feet were missing, as if they had vanished into the past. Alongside the mammoth, we found tools crafted by ancient humans, a plan for its neck, and 3 significant markers. It appears these ancient people buried the mammoth for reasons known only to them. Now, we stand on the brink of unraveling this mystery, much like piecing together a ghostly tale from the distant past.
A second line of evidence is this sequence of articulated neck vertebrae that we had.
Alien encounter? On a dark and eerie night at the campsite, something strange unfolded. The camera captured a rare and chilling sight, although the image was dim and unclear. The atmosphere carried an eerie, mysterious aura, sending shivers down the spines of those present. Suddenly, the operator spotted an unexpected guest, a mysterious creature seemingly alien. Its appearance created a stir, almost as if the very fire reacted to its presence. Panic spread as people scurried around, unaware of the lurking, mysterious figure among the trees. It resembled an enigmatic creature blending into the shadows. Then, in a swift motion, the alien darted away, leaving a trail of mystery. This was an unprecedented event, a puzzle that no one had ever encountered before. The alien remained an enigma, a mystery that begged for an explanation, leaving the campsite shrouded in an unsettling atmosphere of uncertainty. Cryptic creature in marine. The camera recorded a rare and mysterious sight of a creature in the marine. It was something very strange that the camera had captured, a scene of a fish that was very strange or doubtful. The fish in the ocean was not a normal fish. Its face seemed like a human face. It utterly resembled a human face. This was a very strange and cryptic creature that was found in the ocean. That was very curious or peculiar. How was it possible? It puts everyone near the ocean in doubt. It also makes people scared. Like, what is this creature? Is this something paranormal or not? However, like a normal fish, it also has fins or a tail, but it was not giving some cherish or normal vibe that its face is like a human. So it was a great deep mystery that dropped everyone in suspense and made everyone curious about what it was. It is still a puzzling mystery. Anyhow, it was very strange. Hand feeding of shark. The camera picked up a cryptic sight. It was also very mysterious. That was recorded in the middle of the sea. Anyhow, there was a very peculiar sight that happened to some people that were on the ship. They were feeding the big monstrous shark by a fish. One of the men on the ship holding a fish in his hands. A big, huge shark came up from the depth of the sea. It was looking very dangerous and creepiest. It also had big, sharp teeth. It was jumping to eat the fish and hitting with the ship. The ship was shaking severely. However, the man holding a fish in his hand fed the big shark by putting the fish tail on the shark's mouth. It was eating the fish in a very cryptic way. The atmosphere was filled with fear. Suddenly, they pulled the fish up and saw that this dangerous shark ate the half fish. It was a deep, eerie mystery. The people on fish were so brave. The man fed the cryptic shark with his own hand, taking a bad risk. Terrifying praying mantis. It shows a bee and a praying mantis on a white wall that is white. The praying mantis has captured the bee tightly in its grip. The honeybee tries to escape the praying mantis but fails to do so. The praying mantis has a very firm grip on the bee, as it can be seen in the video. Some of the legs of the bee break due to its fight with the praying mantis. It shows how terrifying a praying mantis can be when it comes to capturing its food. The praying mantis holds the bee with both of his hands in a tight and firm grip and starts eating it from the middle. The bee tries its best till the end to escape, but does not succeed. The python snake attacking a deer. The video seems to have been shot on a highway where on the side of the road a python snake has captured a deer. The python has wrapped its body all around the deer with all its force. People try to save the deer from the python. They take a large branch from the tree and hit the python from a distance. They hit the python a few times until it lost its grip on the deer. The deer also tries to escape as the people hit the python. At last, the python leaves the deer and runs back from where it came from, and the deer runs in its opposite direction. Inside the wasp nest. The camera captured a cryptic sight. It was also very mysterious. One man took the risk of opening the nest of wasps. They were cutting it into 2 pieces. It was looking very peculiar that it was a big, dangerous risk to come near the nest. The people were utterly covered with the clothes. They also wore gloves on their hands. It was recorded in the dense forest. Anyhow, some bees were flying around their nest. The man started to cut it off from the center with a big knife. When he cut the nest, a very peculiar and mysterious scene happened. Inside the nest, a honeycomb appeared. There were many wisps around it. They were many large in number. It was a very natural scene of this honeycomb. The man had taken a big risk. There was also man-tiny holes in the honeycomb, where the honey was found. It was a very deep, greatest mystery. We have seen the honeycomb from very near. The wisps were flying near their comb. They were storing honey from the flowers. It was almost done. Raccoons attack the woman as they leave. The video shows that the raccoons get into the woman's house through the window. There were 3 of them. One is standing in the window and the other 2 are inside her house. The raccoon standing on the window tries to help his friends to climb up the window, but it seems to be terrified a little bit.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Whoop.
The girl raises the curtain so that the raccoons find it easy to escape. The raccoons think that she might hurt them, so they bite her.
Come on.
The second raccoon climbs out the window after a while of trying, while the third one is still inside her house. She helps it escape when she tries to close her window. One of the raccoons bite her. She realizes she made a mistake and gets away from the window.
No, go on. Go.
This is how best friends are created. The video is shot in a forest. We can see a monkey and a large lizard and birds at the back. The monkey jumps here and there and holds the lizard's tail and enjoys it while irritating it. The lizard runs from the monkey, but is unsuccessful. The monkey follows the lizard as it moves forward. This video is also related to how best friends are made. One of them is an introvert while the other one is an extrovert. This is a very common example of best friends, as one of the friends is loud while the other is not. Cryptic bear? In a zoo in China, something extraordinary happened that left everyone astonished. Imagine a bear, big and brown, usually seen on all fours, but this time, it stood up tall on its hind legs. This bear was enormous, nearly as close as your neighbor, and it peered out at the crowd through the safety grill. People from all around gathered, their eyes wide with amazement. This was no ordinary bear. It was special, a mystery never seen before. The excitement was palpable, as if a secret of nature had been revealed. Everyone held their breath, trying to take in this wondrous sight. The bear's eyes seemed to sparkle with curiosity as it survived the amazed onlookers. It was as if it wanted to share this moment with all who had come to witness its extraordinary feat. The zoo became a place of wonder, a memory etched in the hearts of those fortunate enough to be there. This event will be talked about for years to come, a story of a bear that stood tall and captured the hearts of all who beheld it. It was a day when the ordinary turned into something truly extraordinary, a day that will forever live in the memory of those who were lucky enough to witness it. Mysterious forest chase. In a quiet forest during the daytime, something strange happened, hidden from regular people watching. A camera unintentionally recorded a scene that would always be hard to explain. Among the twisted trees and rustling leaves, two mysterious creatures appeared, a single dog and a massive wolf, both eerie figures deep in the woods. The dog's dark presence felt like it covered everything, hinting at chaos. Then, like lightning in the dark, the huge black wolf suddenly chased after the dog. The dog, already scared, ran as fast as it could, its paws a blur on the ground. Their chase was a scary, silent dance, a mix of fear and fierceness under the old trees. They went deeper into the forest where the trees cast long, eerie shadows. The dog's scared barks and the wolf's haunting howls made a mysterious sound in the quiet woods. What caused this strange chase? Why was the dog being chased by the wolf? As the sun went down, making long shadows, the chase kept going. Neither the wolf nor the dog gave up. It was a strange and dark scene, a clash of powers that nobody could understand happening right in front of the camera. In the heart of the woods, the mystery continued as the dog and wolf played their strange game, leaving many questions and mysteries behind. Wolf versus Wolverine. The camera captured an incredibly rare and unsettling sight. In a dark and blurry image, something terrifying unfolded. Instead of a typical wolf, a fierce wolverine appeared. Its appearance strange and creepy, making it difficult to comprehend. They engaged in an eerie dance like a spooky ritual. The atmosphere grew heavy and peculiar, unsettling everyone involved. The two creatures fought intensely, a chaotic tangle of fur and teeth. The wolverine repeatedly bit the wolf, producing gruesome sounds. Their struggle resembled a deeply unsettling embrace. The larger wolverine seemed like a specter of fear, knowing precisely where to strike, filling the other creature with terror. They continued their battle, seemingly trapped in a grim fate. This chilling scene was captured by the unfeeling camera, a stark reminder of how strange and frightening things can become in the darkest corners of our world. A mysterious mouse? The camera captured a rare and mysterious sighting on a dark, unsettling night. The atmosphere was eerie, making it difficult to comprehend what was happening. The air felt heavy, adding to the unease in the surroundings. This unusual event unfolded on a small, grassy field. As the camera panned, it revealed the presence of a strange and cryptic creature that resembled a mouse, but had an unnatural, eerie glow in its eyes. The creature moved about the ground, emitting cryptic vibes that left the operator uneasy. This peculiar characteristic was often associated with paranormal entities. The footage recorded by the camera presented a truly enigmatic and unsettling scene. The question on everyone's mind was, what was this creature? This occurrence left people both uneasy and curious, prompting them to contemplate the nature of this cryptic being and the mysterious events on the grassy field. It remained a mystifying and puzzling clip. With the intent of this being still unknown. Mysterious appearance of deer. In a quiet, everyday world where normal and extraordinary blend, a camera witnessed something strange. This happened on a peaceful day under the constant gaze of the sun, as if the world itself was keeping secrets. A man set out on a drive in his familiar car, unaware of the odd events that were about to shroud his reality. His car moved through the sunny spots of the day, heading to a calm park where nature usually held sway. Feeling inspired by the beauty around him, he aimed to capture a simple scene: two deer standing amidst the park's greenery. He pressed the camera's button, trying to capture the moment, but when he looked through the lens, a shiver ran down his spine. The two deer were no longer alone. A third deer had appeared, seemingly out of thin air, like a whisper from the unknown. The The mystery grew deeper. The new deer looked normal, but its presence was eerie. It was like an ordinary deer, but felt otherworldly, a strange occurrence in the natural order. It stood there beside the regular deer, yet it existed in a way that defied what's normal. In that instant, the man's understanding of reality shattered, and confusion enveloped him. How could a deer just like the others appear without explanation? Where had it come from? And what world did it belong to? These questions were like puzzles, with no clear answers hidden in the strange picture. The camera didn't just capture a moment, it captured a puzzle that would stay with the man. It was a blend of the normal and the supernatural, where the riddle of the sudden appearance of the third deer remained unsolved, its ghostly presence lingering in the realm of the unexplained. Mysterious creature in snowy woods. In the snowy wilderness of Canada, a strange event unfolded. A worker in the oil fields found himself in the heart of this isolated forest, where winter held everything in a frozen embrace. The air was bitterly cold, and the worker's breath hung in the frigid air. Little did he know what he'd capture with his camera. The world was blanketed in a deep layer of snow, untouched by human presence. Then, out of nowhere, his camera revealed a mysterious figure hidden among the trees. This creature stood out against the white backdrop, a massive form like a guardian from the ancient past. The creature's dark shape seemed to blend with deep woods, and its eyes, two shining orbs in the darkness, locked onto the camera with an eerie intensity. What was going on in its puzzling mind? Was it just curious about the approaching vehicle, or did it have secret plans of its own? As the oil machinery softly hummed, the forest new visitor remained an unsolved puzzle. What kind of creature was it? Where did it come from? And what was its purpose? These questions hung in the icy air, forever unanswered. It was like a being from Canadian legends, a sentinel of the woods, a herald of the unknown. While the camera kept recording, the enigmatic creature stayed in the snow-covered landscape, a mystery etched in the vastness of Canada's wilderness, an enduring enigma that watched over the north. Cursed forest horror scene. The camera showed something really scary. There was a creepy forest, and next to it, a spooky road. It was daytime, but everything looked eerie. Two bikes were all smashed up on the road like there had been a really bad accident. It gave me chills to see them. And then, out of the dark forest, this horrible thing came out. I can't even describe it. It was like a nightmare come to life. It looked at the camera like it wanted to scare the life out of whoever was watching. Its smile was all twisted and wicked, and it made me feel super uncomfortable. This creature's smile was terrifying, like something from another world. It spread fear all around, making everyone who saw it feel really scared. The forest, which was already kind of scary, now seemed even worse because of this strange creature. The camera recorded it all, but it didn't explain anything. Nobody knew what this awful thing was or why it showed up. It left a big mystery and fear in everyone who saw it. It was a moment that gave everyone the creeps, and it's something you'd never forget. Chilling forest mystery. In a spooky, dark forest at night, a trail camera recorded something that would terrify even the bravest people. The woods were eerily quiet, except for the rustling of leaves, which seemed burdened with hidden truths. In the midst of this ominous darkness, the trail camera spotted a single deer. It moved gracefully through the forest, bathed in silver moonlight. The deer's isolation in the midst of this unknown territory added to the sense of unease. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a mysterious figure appeared behind the deer. It had a strange, indistinct shape that left observers with an eerie feeling. This figure didn't walk like a normal person. It glided, defying the laws of nature. As it got closer to the camera, its intentions became even more baffling. Instead of just passing by, it stood in front of the camera for a while, casting a terrifying monstrous shadow, and then suddenly disappeared. The figure's features were concealed by impenetrable darkness, leaving nothing but a sense of impending dread. Nobody can make sense of it. The frozen image and the trail camera defied any logical explanation. It was an enigma that sent shivers down the spines of all who saw it, a riddle that had no solution. This malevolent mystery hinted at ancient sinister forces lurking within the unknown heart of the forest, their secrets woven into the sinister tapestry of the night. Bears chalked off by a French bulldog. In a quiet house during a sunny midday, a camera captured a scene that felt extraordinary. Shadows moved mysteriously across the room, hiding their secrets, as sunlight peeked through the curtains, creating an intriguing atmosphere. At the heart of this mysterious setting was Jules, a small French bulldog weighing only 20 pounds. He might have seemed too tiny to face a challenge, but Jules had a bravery that went beyond his size. On this day, he would show remarkable courage. Outside, there were strange visitors near the house. Massive bears, formidable and curious, loitered with an air of uncertainty. The world held its breath as the fearless bulldog confronted these intimidating intruders. Jules, although small in the grand scheme of things, didn't hesitate to protect his territory with an intensity that defied logic. With each step he took, Jules barked with a resounding authority, his fearless spirit echoing through the air. His small stature didn't matter when faced with the large bears. It was as though an ancient warrior spirit flowed within him, urging him onward. The camera captured every determined move, every fearless bark, and every glance that seemed to challenge the very essence of nature. In these moments, the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary blurred. A small dog, unwavering in the face of danger, stood as the guardian of his domain. Jules' remarkable act of bravery became a part of history, leaving an enduring mark on the story of a mysterious day. The scene, unfolding in broad daylight, remained an enigma to those who witnessed it, a testament to the deep and impenetrable mysteries of courage, resilience, and the bond between humans and animals. Mysterious jungle love. In the quiet jungle, a special camera showed something really puzzling. In the big green trees, a strange story happened, something not normal in nature. The camera caught a fragile moment frozen in time, a secret play of life with odd friends. In the shadows, a baby monkey didn't know it was close to falling from its high tree spot, but nature had a secret helper in this strange show. Out from the hidden part of the woods came a big tiger, both scary and oddly kind. Like someone invisible planned it, the tiger moved gently toward the baby monkey, not like a wild animal. In a surprising dance of instincts and care, the tiger softly picked up the baby monkey with its strong paws. A shared gasp echoed through the quiet leaves as the tiger, instead of acting like a hunter, went up the tree. What came next was a mysterious teamwork, a hunter holding his possible prey with unexpected gentleness. Against the green leaves, the tiger showed a strange kind of love, going beyond the usual role of who hunts and who is hunted. It felt like the jungle's magic, bringing together different animals in a captivating show of caring. The mystery hung in the air like fog, making those watching wonder quietly, why did the tiger act so kindly? What secret guided this jungle story? The answer stayed hidden, part of the wild and unknown places, where instincts and warmth mix in a puzzling dance of life. Spooky video. Imagine this. It's midnight, right? So this person hears this crazy hard knocking on the door. Like really intense. Creepy, right? So being the brave soul they are, they go to see who's at the door. And guess what? They see two hands knocking. Just hands. No person. Now, here's where it gets nuts. The moment this guy looks outside, poof, the hands vanish into thin air. Spooky, huh? It's like a horror movie moment happening in real life. You can almost feel the chills. Picture it. You're all alone, it's dark, and suddenly hands knocking with no owner in sight. You check and there's nothing there. It's the kind of thing that messes with your mind big time. That video, super creepy. It's not just a who's at the door moment, it's a what just happened moment. The mystery of disappearing hands at midnight, definitely not your typical late night encounter. Mysterious backyard creature encounter.
Correct, and they're very large. 9 feet, 10 foot, I don't know, they look like aliens to us.
Late one night, a hidden camera in a backyard saw something strange. It was like a secret spy quietly watching the weird happenings. In the dim light, a video revealed a super strange thing. A spooky creature appeared out of nowhere. This mysterious being had a puzzling shape, kind of like a shadowy puzzle with 2 arms and 2 legs. But its face had this strange feeling, like it wasn't from our world. People might say it looked like an alien, not something normal you'd see every day. As the creepy video played, everyone watching took a big surprised breath. The creature with its mysterious stare and strange outline held everyone's attention. People were both scared and fascinated, like they were in a trance, unable to look away. Why this creature showed up and what it wanted remained a big puzzle. Nobody could understand where it came from or what it was up to. In the usual everyday picture, this unexpected and unusual thing appeared, leaving everyone wondering. There were more questions than answers, and a feeling of not knowing hung over everything, making everything seem a bit strange and different.
Happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight, and I'm fixing a truck in my back.
Deadly alligator. In a remote corner of India, a camera captured a bone-chilling scene. Here, in a murky river area, an eerie coexistence unfolded between hippos and alligators. Normally, the hippos ruled the domain, but this footage unveiled a sinister secret. A colossal alligator, a monstrous 19.7 meters in length, held dominion. This gargantuan predator struck terror into the hearts of all, indiscriminately slaughtering animals, massive hippos, and even humans who ventured too close. Desperate attempts were made by brave soldiers to end its reign of terror. Their bullets aimed at the Leviathan, but it proved futile. This colossal creature, 60 years old in its final photograph taken in 2009, seemed invincible. As darkness fell over the river, this malevolent alligator cast an ominous shadow over the land, spreading fear with its unmatched power. A chilling tale of an unholy ruler in the heart of India's wilderness, where the line between predator and legend blurred, leaving a haunting legacy in its wake. Terrifying forest. Deep within a creepy and spooky forest, a lone man ventured into the ominous jungle. He clutched his camera tightly, his hands trembling with fear. The air was heavy with an unsettling silence, occasionally interrupted by rustling leaves and distant owl hoots, as if the woods itself held its breath in anticipation. As he aimed his camera, an unexplainable chill crawled up his spine. He sensed unseen eyes watching him from the thick shadows, confirming he wasn't alone.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me.
Fear consumed him, but his insatiable curiosity drove him to keep recording, his voice shaking with every word.
But it followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now.
Then it happened. The camera lens captured something massive, something monstrous. Emerging from behind a decaying tree log, shrouded in mist and looming darkness, was Bigfoot, a creature of legend and an abomination of nature. A primal terror gripped the man as he witnessed this nightmarish being. His body shook with fear, his voice reduced to feeble whispers, but he couldn't look away.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me.
The camera kept rolling, documenting the horror of that terrifying moment, forever preserving his encounter with the unimaginable. In the heart of the haunted forest, the man's screams and the unholy presence of Bigfoot blended into a terrifying symphony that would haunt his nightmares forever. Bigfoot's snowy horror encounter. In the middle of winter, something shocking happened in a quiet, snowy Park City. A doorbell camera, usually used for everyday things, recorded something unbelievable. Bigfoot, the legendary creature. The video showed a huge, hairy creature standing in the snowy landscape. It moved gracefully through the thick snow, like it was enjoying the cold. But what really scared people was the strange sound it made. It was a horrifying, deep roar that echoed through the icy air. This sound was so terrifying that it made people's blood run cold, like scary music playing on a calm winter night. As the camera kept recording, Bigfoot did something eerie and strange. It threw snow into the air and let it fall around its big body like ghostly confetti. This bizarre sight left people shaking with fear. They didn't know whether to be amazed by seeing something so unbelievable or scared because they couldn't explain what it was. The doorbell camera had accidentally captured something out of this world, showing that Bigfoot was in that snowy Park City. It was a moment that would always be remembered as a really scary event, reminding us that there are things we don't understand hidden in the wild. The shark. At a brackish pond, an unusual event unfolded when a colossal white shark made an appearance. Normally, sharks and whales inhabit vast oceans, so encountering one in a petite pond was utterly perplexing. The atmosphere grew dense and peculiar, instilling unease in all who witnessed this eerie sight. The shark's presence felt eerie and foreboding, casting an eerie aura over the observer behind the camera. The shark swam solitary in the confined waters, intensifying the already strange ambience. People couldn't fathom why it had ventured into this unlikely habitat. The enigma surrounding its presence endured, a riddle without a solution. The entire scene left everyone mystified and full of questions. The camera captured this rare phenomenon, but its peculiarity remained elusive. The shark's presence was incongruous and its motives shrouded in mystery. The person behind the lens experienced a blend of fear and curiosity, bearing witness to an event that was undeniably strange and disconcerting. The question of why the shark had chosen that peculiar pond remains unanswered to this day. A giant figure. In the quiet mountains, a strange occurrence unfolded before the camera, casting an eerie atmosphere over the surroundings. The air grew heavy, sending shivers down everyone's spines. A bizarre and unsettling sight came into view, leaving observers perplexed. In the heart of the Rocky Mountains, a mysterious creature stood, its exact form eluding comprehension. A puzzle challenging anyone to decipher. Then along a solitary road winding through the towering peaks, the camera captured the presence of an immense figure. This being so tall that it defied the norms of human stature, transcending the bounds of possibility. The entire scene felt peculiar and instilled a sense of unease in those who beheld it. Questions arose about the nature of this extraordinary entity, stretching the limits of explanation. Yet as time passed, the mystery remained unsolved, leaving all witnesses puzzled and slightly unnerved. Even today, the true identity of this colossal creature remains an enigma, a profound and inexplicable riddle that lingers in the annals of the strange and unknown. A haunted house. On a dark night, a camera captured something very mysterious and scary. The air felt strange and gave everyone an uneasy feeling. In the video, a strange creature appeared, something out of the ordinary. It was looking very haunted, as well as an eerie being. There was a creepy, haunted house sending chills down spines. Through the camera, a glimpse of a haunting figure at a window was recorded. The scene was truly terrifying. The creature was there, lurking at the back window of the building. Its presence made everyone feel uneasy. This haunted creature was caught peeking out of the building window. It was looking very scary and cryptic. The footage showed an enigmatic and unsettling scene. It's a deep mystery still unknown. Nobody knows what it was. Is it really a paranormal entity or something else entirely? It remains a puzzle waiting to be solved. Some operators define it as a paranormal thing, and some are saying that it is something else, like a bird or an animal. but it was not found what it was. Lurking entity. In the secluded heights of the remote mountains, a peculiar sight met the gaze of the camera lens. The person peering through it felt a curious blend of fascination and uncertainty. The mountains, once blanketed in a soft white coat of snow, presented a picture of rare beauty. Yet an enigma loomed. Amidst this tranquil scene, an unsettling event unfolded. The camera captured an elusive figure, a creature both strange and mysterious, a Sasquatch. This creature, often referred to as a Bigfoot, was said to be a towering being resembling a hairy giant human said to roam the wilderness of northwestern Washington. The operator recorded this unusual encounter, the Sasquatch striding alone through the snow-draped landscape. Its height towering and foreboding added to the air of mystique that hung about it. This was a discovery of great depth, a riddle that had eluded human eyes for countless ages. No one had laid eyes upon this elusive being before, making its appearance a momentous and eerie occurrence. The mountains, once a sanctuary of serene beauty, now held a secret that sent shivers down the spine, leaving those who witnessed it with a profound sense of wonder and a touch of trepidation. Horror in the forest. As the sun's final rays painted the sky in eerie reds, a forest lay shrouded in darkness, a spooky place. A courageous cameraman entered this obscurity, hunting for secrets only the bravest would pursue. The wind whispered unsettling stories as the camera's lens focused, turning the world into a nightmare. An eerie figure appeared from the darkness, resembling the legendary Bigfoot. Its massive, pitch-black form moved with an unsettling grace, defying natural laws. The cameraman's hand shook as the creature's monstrous presence sent chills down his spine. A sense of dread blanketed the forest like a veil over the departed. This monstrous being radiated malevolence, drawing energy from fear itself. Its eyes, lacking humanity, pierced the souls of those who witnessed its horrifying performance. The camera continued to roll, capturing each heart-pounding moment. The creature's deliberate and menacing movements defied explanation. Was it a guardian of unspeakable evil, or did it foretell impending doom? The once lively forest fell into an eerie silence, as if nature itself recoiled from the abomination that prowled its depths.
Oh my god. Finally, you see that?
The cameraman's encounter left him frozen with fear, unable to grasp the nightmarish reality he had seen. The creature's purpose remained a mystery, hidden in impenetrable darkness. The video served as proof of the unspeakable horror lurking within the forest, reminding us that some secrets are best left alone. In the end, all that remained was a haunting image, a puzzle that continued to haunt the dreams of those who dared to peer into the forest's abyss at sunset, where the line between the natural and the supernatural blended into an endless realm of dread. The mysterious coyote. In the quiet mountains where the snow blanketed the ground, a camera captured a sight that was beyond rare. It was something never seen before, a mysterious creature in an uncommon moment. Instead of its usual hunting and roaming, this coyote was doing something unusual. It was perched high in a tree, nibbling on berries. This was a truly strange scene. Everyone who saw it was left wide-eyed and puzzled. Coyotes aren't known for tree-climbing antics. After all, this particular one seemed different, like it held a secret. The mystery of this peculiar coyote remains unsolved, leaving everyone curious and eager for answers. How did it manage to ascend the tree? That's the question on everyone's mind. It was a very infrequent scene that happened here in this clip. The image of this enigmatic coyote has sparked a lot of interest and wonder. People are eager to understand this mysterious behavior, hoping it might reveal something new and fascinating about these creatures we thought we knew so well. The snow-covered mountains seem to hold more secrets than we ever imagined. Creepy humanoid. The camera recorded a mysterious and eerie sight. This clip was captured by the home's CCTV footage. This mysterious creature that was recorded in the camera moved like a crab across the road, walking on 4 bent legs. Its figure was so spooky and suspicious. It's unclear what this creature was. It was looking really mysterious and rare sight. Some people say that it was a mutant dog. Some people say it was a creepy alien. It was a scene that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who saw it. A moment filled with true mystery and fear. Whereas some people firmly believe that this was a ghoul. A ghoul is basically a demon-like being or monstrous humanoid that was originated in the pre-Islamic Arabian religion and modern fiction. The word ghoul is usually describing a certain kind of undead humanoid monster that consumes human flesh. Sounds pretty horrific and terrifying. But this is a very creepy mystery. What it was giving spines to the camera operator and people around it. But it was not revealed the secret of this cryptic eerie creature yet, leaving us all with a lingering sense of unease. Wild tales. Deep within the forest, a special camera shows us the incredible lives of wild animals. Picture this: a caring wolf takes care of her hungry pups, showing how much she loves them. At the same time, a surprising scene unfolds as a black bear dances with a tall tree like it's celebrating the music of nature. In this world of nature, we see 2 clever wolves sneaking around, looking for food. Their careful actions remind us of how animals learn to survive in the wild. Now, imagine a group of big deer. They're like royalty, fighting gracefully with their pointy horns to decide who's the boss. The sound of their clash echoes through the forest, showing how they proved themselves. Switching to a different view, we spot a crocodile hiding under the calm water of a pond. It stares at the shiny water and suddenly, super fast, catches a fish with its strong mouth. This quick move reminds us that even in today's world, animals keep their ancient hunting skills. Through the camera's eyes, we watch these quick moments that remind us how nature's life is much more complex than we usually see. Every animal has a role in this special story of survival, care, competition, and basic instincts. As the camera keeps recording, we get to see the forest's hidden stories and learn about the amazing wild world. Wild Wonderland. Imagine taking a walk in the middle of the forest and suddenly discovering a collection of amazing moments from wildlife. A special camera set up on a trail has done something magical. It's captured the busy daytime scene of the forest. Right at the front, there's a group of playful deer with their young ones. They're playing a lively game of chase, running around and making the leaves rustle. But that's not all. There are many other animals in the forest too, each doing their own thing. Squirrels are racing up and down the trees, birds are making beautiful songs in the air, and a careful fox is sneaking around, looking curious with its shiny eyes. The sunlight comes through the leaves, making the light and dark spots really pretty. The camera doesn't pick favorites, it shows us a real look into how these animals live. A family of rabbits is eating gentle green plants, a gang of raccoons is checking the ground for hidden things, and a big eagle is flying high above, reminding us how wild and amazing the forest is. This is like a window into the detailed picture of life that happens every day in the forest. Every animal and every move they make tells a story about staying safe, having fun, and how nature works. It's a small part of life that we usually don't see. But thanks to this camera, we get to see up close and see the really cool show of life in the wild. Across different countries, countless haunted locations continue to draw the curious gaze of those seeking a glimpse of the supernatural. Yet, one incident from North America remains incredibly etched in the memories of people, a mystifying encounter captured by a trail camera. The footage unveils a diminutive, enigmatic figure evoking thoughts of extraterrestrial beings of spectral entities. The intrigue of this sighting lingers as the video offers a clear view of this elusive presence. Coyote chasing a rabbit. On a sunny day in the big farms, a fast coyote was chasing a quick rabbit. The rabbit, with its fluffy tail bouncing, ran in zigzags through the fields, trying to get down from the sly coyote. The sun made everything look golden as they raced around. In the prompting crops, the rabbit moved left and right, its ears twitching. The runner, quick and determined, followed nearly, keeping its eyes on the rabbit. A camera quietly watched, taking videos of the exciting chase. At the most intense moment, the rabbit made a quick dash, barely escaping the coyote. The camera clicked at the perfect time, landing the chase in one picture. The coyote briefly stopped, looked surprised. The rabbit, now far down, hopped to safety in the fields, leaving the coyote thinking about what could have been. This lively video caught by the camera shows a short and fast chase between two creatures in the big ranch. Bigfoot found. In a deep, dark jungle when the sun was setting, something amazing happened. A bunch of friends with just curiosity and a camera discovered a strange animal. It was big, hairy, and walked on two legs, like a person, but it was not one. It was Bigfoot. As the familiars carefully moved closer, their camera caught every move of the huge animal. They seemed as surprised as them. The jungle filled with gasps and whispers as the familiars marveled at the incredible find. The critter had big, kind eyes, and its giant feet made marks in the soft soil. The camera kept rolling, capturing the whole wild meeting. The familiars, a mix of excitement and disbelief in their faces, could not believe their luck. They found the legendary Bigfoot right there in the jungle. The evening felt thrilling with the unexpected, and the familiars could not show the amazing video to everyone. Little did they know, this surprise meeting would turn into a story that people would tell over and over, capturing the imaginations of everyone who heard it. Bear and moose fight. One night on a quiet farm, something crazy came off. A big bear and a tall moose, both kings of the forest, had a big fight in the dark. A special camera on the farm saw everything without making a sound. The bear, with its dark fur shining in the moonlight, faced the moose, whose antlers were like big crowns. They were like two wild superheroes having a big battle. The night was filled with growls and grunts as these huge animals clashed, and the farm got to see the exciting show. The camera, like a quiet spy in the dark, records video of every exciting moment. The bear's sharp claws and the moose's strong hooves danced in a wild way. The farm, usually calm, turned into a big fighting arena for these animal icons. In the quiet of the night, the camera took filmland of the strong and beautiful wilderness. After the bear and moose went down in the dark, the ranch stayed silent, knowing all the secrets of that wild and stupendous night. Deer with glowy eyes. In a quiet field where the grass stepped with the wind, a mysterious deer showed up. Its eyes glowed like little lanterns in the fading sun. The deer stood tall and proud, a dark shape against the evening sky. Everything got quiet, and all that was left was this puzzling animal with its alluring, shining eyes. Like it felt someone watching, the deer looked around with a curious tilt of its head. The air felt full of magic, and the night seemed to stop and hold its breath. Then, in a quick and graceful move, the deer disappeared into the darkness, leaving only a memory unknown to the deer. A hidden trail camera far away caught this magical moment. The glowy-eyed deer, a brief visitor in the field story, left behind questions and a bit of enchantment in the air. It waited for curious eyes to reveal the mystery of its nighttime visit. Mysterious row of orbs. One night, a home camera saw something amazing. In a cozy backyard, a magical thing occurred. The video shows a line of glowing spheres like tiny stars floating in the night sky. These shiny balls moved in a mysterious way, making the surroundings look peaceful and pretty. While the camera recorded this cool sight, the balls moved in a special way, like they were doing a dance in the sky. Their soft light made the dark backyard look like a dream. The orbs moved together like a silent show, making people watching feel amazed at the magical scene. The video, like a peek into magic, gives us a special moment. It reminds us that even in our own quiet homes, there might be awesome things happening. The calm night, made indeed more special by these glowing spheres, makes us curious and amazed at the beauty around us. Bizarre alien encounter. On a dark night, a camera recorded something truly unsettling in an abandoned grocery store, creating an eerie and mysterious scene. The camera focused on a terrifying figure, a bizarre mix of something not quite human and not quite a ghost. Just looking at it sent shivers down your spine. It continually banged its head against the refrigerator filled with drinks, creating a horrifying noise that echoed through the empty store. The grocery store seemed like it had been abandoned for ages, as if even nature itself wanted to stay far away from whatever malevolent force was at play. Strangely, the creature hidden in the shadows of the night somehow sensed the camera's presence. It moved closer with an unnatural, disjointed gait, its legs twisted in a scary manner. What made it even more chilling was the eerie glow emanating from its mouth and eyes, casting a sinister light on the scene. How it became aware of the camera's presence remained a mystery. The air grew heavy with fear, a feeling of impending doom that was almost tangible. In this terrifying moment, the creature's purpose remained unknown, a dark secret concealed in the shadows. The camera's recording left everyone who watched it with a lasting sense of dread, haunted by unanswered questions that may never be resolved. Mysterious cat with two faces. In our everyday world, there's something truly unusual, something that breaks the rules of normal life. Have you ever seen a cat with two faces and three eyes? A creature so captivating it seems to exist on the edge of what's real. Once a camera captured this astonishing sight, etching it into memory like a haunting tune. This extraordinary being was found resting in the heart of a home, lounging on a familiar sofa, hinting at being the beloved pet of the household. Its fur, a captivating blend of black and white, painted a picture of duality that went deeper than just its colors. But it wasn't the contrasting shades that held your attention. It was the fact that it had two faces, like a symphony of opposites, and a third eye shining mysteriously between them. This trio of features defied all logic, challenging the very rules of biology. Its gaze, a powerful and inscrutable trifecta, seemed to peer into hidden worlds, leaving an indelible mark of otherworldliness. This cat, this puzzle wrapped in fur, felt like an envoy from realms far beyond our grasp. In a world often confined by ordinary routines, such a remarkable oddity reminds us to question what we know and to embrace the inexplicable. It shows us the astonishing diversity that exists in our society, a reminder that the unusual can find its place even in the most familiar corners of our world. Creatures like this defy the usual, whispering that mysteries are all around us, even in the everyday. Aliens mystery. The video showed something really strange and scary. It looked like an alien. The air felt weird, full of questions. This alien was like something from a mystery story. It looked odd and made people uneasy. Its skin was very pale, and it looked skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video suggested they might be real. It was like a big puzzle. Was it really an alien? That's still a big question. It's a deep mystery that people are trying to figure out. This video might be proof that aliens are real, but we're not sure yet. It's all very exciting and puzzling. The video brought up a lot of curious thoughts. People wondered if it was really an alien or something else. It looked so strange and made everyone feel a little uneasy. The alien had really pale skin and was quite skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling, like in a scary story. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video made it seem like they might actually exist. It's like a big mystery that everyone's trying to solve. Could this be the proof that aliens are real? It's all very exciting and confusing. Cryptid wheelchair. The camera recorded something very scary and mysterious. The air felt weird, full of questions. It made people uneasy. This cryptic video was recorded in a hospital. This horrible scene was captured by a security guard, and he uploaded it on social media. Some people informed us that we went off to the hospital for routine checkups where they noticed many paranormal things. The security guard of the hospital captured that the wheelchair was moving alone automatically with no one to support. No one was present here. This scene was looking so strange. It gave off a spooky feeling. There were some boys present in the hospital who were running with fear. This was really an exertion of a paranormal creature. The video brought up a lot of curious thoughts. People wondered if it was really a paranormal being or not. It is very doubtful that how this wheelchair was walking. Strange. It was a big mystery that everyone was trying to solve. It's all very exciting. Mysterious home. In this spooky video, the camera captured a very mysterious or scary sight. This curious video was recorded by a CCTV camera in a home that is pointed toward home's backyard. In a home, the family living in a home was dealing with a number of unexplained disturbances in the home. They were thinking that it could be the work of neighborhood kids or perhaps criminals. Then they decided to install security cameras. The footage camera captured the presence of supernatural creatures. It was floating in air like a substance. It seemed like it was a spiritual creature. The air was truly full of enigmatic or thrilling. This was a very spine-chilling scene that was recorded in footage. It makes everyone terrified in home. It was difficult to say that what this family was dealing with was clear that it was not from this world. We say that the family was not interrupted by neighbors' kids. It was something really paranormal. The family contact with a team of paranormal investigators to rescue from this supernatural creature, but we do not hear about the case. It was still a deep mystery that was still unknown.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Let's get up.
So, I know spotting an old man just walking anywhere does not sound spooky or anything, but spotting something which looks like an old man but with no head and carrying God knows what in his hand is one disturbing thing. To some it was a demon, while to others some kind of prank. But whatever it was, the man was not something you'd want to encounter in your life. Most of us just want to stay away from danger, but some curious minds, they just love diving deep into the mysteries. For instance, these two. While wandering in the forest, they came across an abandoned mine shaft. By the looks of it, it seemed like it's been centuries till the mine shaft has been used by anyone. So, well, unlike every normal human being, these two decided to go a little closer and check what was in there. And a second later, we knew the reason why the mine shaft was abandoned, as a weird creature with glowing eyes just pops out of nowhere. Just as spiders have been caught crawling on the trail cams, some other weird creatures have been caught flying here and there as well. For instance, take this one. This Ring camera was supposed to keep eyes on the intruders, but what it recorded left the house owners in shock. At first, what you see might look like a spider, but some tiny strange creatures keep flying around the camera. But what was it? Some fairies or something else? Do let us know what you guys think. When this man was trying to find something out of the ordinary in the woods, he came across exactly that. A weird, tiny creature with glowing eyes hiding deep under some abandoned well. And even though he was just looking for that kind of thing, the man did not stop for even a second to have a closer look at that thing. This video captures this super creepy guy lurking around in the woods. The person filming tries to have a chat with him and figure out what he's doing there.
How you doing? Oh.
But he doesn't say a single word. Instead, he just makes these spine-chilling noises that'll totally creep you out. After a moment, the man begins crawling out of the woods in the most bizarre manner, and that's when the person filming becomes spooked and decides to leave the area. So there's this video of these guys who went for a night walk in the woods. They had a flashlight, but it was still hella dark. As they were walking, they found this strange creature sitting on the ground with its back to them. At first, they figured it was some sort of animal, but when it turned its head around, they saw these creepy glowing eyes and a super creepy face. Some folks say it was a demon, while others reckon it was a fallen angel. Either way, it's some seriously spooky stuff. This video features a man who was intrigued by unusual sounds emanating from the sewer near his home. He'd heard similar noises before and had seen what he believed to be an extraterrestrial being. In a courageous attempt, he tried to communicate with the creature, but the outcome was anything but calm. While some speculate that it may have been the rake, the identity of the creature remains a mystery. Dark web is something we all know about, but not everyone can access. And trust me, the ones who did access it ended up regretting. Take this video for example. We see a creepy creature moving in the house, from hallway to the room and then to God knows where. And if you're thinking it was human, just look at the way it's walking. Does that look human to you? In July 2021, some people were on their way back to their home in India. According to them, it was somewhere around midnight when they came across this creepy figure walking along the road. Good thing they had a dash cam installed in their car, so we got this footage. And just look at the way it's walking. It seems like an alien to me. But do let us know what you guys think. A man in Australia was out for his routine walk when he came across this strange-looking worm-like thing. It's not the fact that it looks like a worm that makes it strange, but it's the length of the thing and the way it's divided into multiple segments is what makes it strangest of all. I've never seen any worm of such length before. This man heard some strange noises from the forest and decided to venture out there late at night to see if he could find something interesting. However, he came across a bizarre creature lurking behind a tree and making creepy whistle-like noises. When he spotted it, he sprinted away as fast as he could, and fortunately, he managed to escape without harm. The person who filmed the video was extremely surprised by the massive creature that he captured. However, the shocker was that the creature was nowhere to be seen when they returned the next day to film it again. This caused a frenzy online as people tried to decipher what it could be. Some speculated it might be a Nephilim or a Yeti, while others believed it could be a top-secret military project. You must have always heard about mermaids being a mythical creature, but this video will get you doubting that. A man in India saw something unusual swimming in the water and went to inspect it, and to his surprise, it was something which looked exactly like a mermaid, just a little smaller in size than we all must have expected. Perhaps it was a baby mermaid, or maybe just a little monkey drowning. With the video ending so abruptly, there's nothing we can say for sure. Now, sighting a Bigfoot here and there and from a very far away angle is one thing, but capturing a really big creature falling and tumbling down is just on another level. And this is exactly what this man was able to capture on his camera. Two big creatures, or perhaps yetis, were seen devouring an animal, and a second passes and we see one tumbling down the icy hill. Even though it was recorded in 2016, to this day, no logical explanation has been given by anyone. A crawling creature. This video literally has everyone spooking out as they see a weird glowing creature in the middle of nowhere at night crawling on the ground. Some call it the rake, while others think it's just some unknown animal. But the ones who happened to record it said it looked similar to a human, but was not a human at all. So then what was it? I guess we'll never know. Trail cameras usually capture animals chilling, hunting, and going along their normal life. But sometimes these cameras capture things out of the ordinary. For instance, this bear was just going along his way when he suddenly saw something he'd never seen before. His own reflection. And needless to say, we do not think he liked it a lot. Camera can be handy at times, but we need to be careful because sometimes trying to record dangerous things can lead to unfortunate circumstances. For instance, take the case of this man who tried to record a Bigfoot strolling along in the woods. Guess he was lucky, or maybe hiding perfectly, that the creature didn't notice him, or we wouldn't have been able to get this footage. A couple had been noticing weird noises in their backyard, but they'd never been able to know what was causing it, so they installed a camera there. It was all peaceful and quiet at first as nothing suspicious happened, but as some time passed, we saw a creepy head popping out of the fence. We see it once, then we see it twice. Was it just a dog, or was it something which had remained hidden from us since forever? This footage might not be as disturbing or creepy as many others in today's list, but this is unusual nonetheless. As we see this Florida man dancing along with the alligator, we can't help but rub our eyes twice to make sure this is real. And trust us, this is real. Florida sure is one strange place. This dude was filming and caught a freaky creature hiding in the shadows. It only showed itself when he stopped moving, and it had these creepy glowing eyes. But when he tried to get closer, the thing bolted back into the dark. Now we're left with more questions than answers, wondering what the heck that thing even was. Now, these little beings were found by a woman on her kitchen floor. And if you're thinking these are little mice, no, they are not. According to the experts, the legs of the creatures resembled moths, and there's a chance that the upper body might have been eaten by a cat, but the experts weren't so sure either. So we don't know what these tiny little beings were. Have you ever come across the buck who's the handsomest of all? The bad boy, grazing the grass and winning all the ladies with his wig on? Well, now you have. This buck was recorded in 2013 and caught the attention of everyone with his stylish wig. It was at first part of his antlers, but then slowly moved on top of his head, making him the most stunning buck ever. Did you check out that weird video of a goat standing still and staring straight ahead? It's been all over the web and everyone's losing it. Some peeps reckon it might be the mythical skinwalker, while others are calling BS. We ain't got a clue who shot it, so it's all up to our own imaginations.
Hello. She wants to come in.
Damn, one thing's for certain. It's super creepy. Footage was uploaded by some unknown guy in 2017, and it had everyone in shock who happened to watch it. At first, we see the quiet of a cemetery, but then as the camera rolls on, we catch a glimpse of a bizarre humanoid figure half hiding behind a grave. If we zoom into it, we see a weird being with a huge head and arms. It fits so accurately to what we have in mind for an alien, don't you think? This might be too short of a clip, but a mere second is enough to feel the spookiness of the video. We see a creepy figure emerging from the dark and running straight towards the man holding the camera. And then we see the man running as fast as he can for his life. I'm not going near any tunnels from now on. A kid was out in the woods when he started hearing some weird noises, and that's when he decided to take his phone out and film it while trying to see what was causing it. And to his surprise, it wasn't just him who was looking for the creature. The creature was also looking for him, and that we get to know when he comes out of the woods and starts running towards the kid. Back in 2013, there was this video that spread like wildfire online. It showed a lone girl dressed in white walking around a cemetery while some men recorded her. The video lasted about 4 minutes, and the girl was shown wandering around the graveyard, stopping by different graves. Who was she? Did she happen to be a ghost? These and countless other questions were thrown around, but no one had any answers to offer. In this video, we see a courageous person exploring an empty house using only a flashlight. While exploring, the person begins to feel uneasy, and then a frightening creature appears from the darkness, moving towards them and making terrifying sounds. The person quickly runs away from the house, clearly scared by the unknown creature. Although we don't know what the creature was, it's obvious that the abandoned house is not a suitable place for those who are easily frightened. At first, we see a deer, all panicking, running from here to there and eventually running away from the man. And in a second emerges another deer unlike any other, with its neck all folded. And then it runs away too, as fast as it could. All this happens in a few seconds, and the man there is like, what just happened? Even though it was just 2 deer, that does not make the video any less creepy. In May 2019, a woman found a weird body laying in her yard in Florida. She immediately called the authorities to come and see what it was, and needless to say, they were all just as perplexed as she was. According to some, it was a big lizard. But what exactly caused the big lizard to dry up like that? Not even the bones were there. It's not just forests and jungles that hide secrets beyond our imagination. Sometimes it's the ice, too. For instance, this man who ended up finding a Bigfoot all frozen up under the ice.
I can see its eyes and it's his head.
Maybe it got trapped inside by the cruel nature, or maybe it was just a hoax. Which, even if it was, I'll be scared as hell still. This footage was filmed when a team of workers were told by some locals that they think there's a snake in their ceiling. None of them knew that it wasn't just a snake on that ceiling, but two massive snakes living up there. As the ceiling dropped, the snakes almost dropped with it too, leaving everyone near them to jump back in horror. It happened in Malaysia, and since this video was uploaded, everyone there has been checking their ceilings twice every night. Now, was it just a tiny spider looking so big due to being close to the trail cam? Or was it a really massive spider lurking in the depths of the woods? It's up to you what you think, but if you ask me, I'm never going into those woods with such long-legged creatures crawling everywhere. Are dwarves real, or are they just works of fantasy? I guess you'll be shocked to know that there's a chance that these creatures might be real. I mean, look at this video and the small things in the jungle. Don't they look very similar to what a dwarf would be like? I don't know if any of you might have guessed it, but this one is also from Florida. She wanted to check the outside bathroom, which was along the pool, and it seemed all fine until she went up close to the sink and found this thing hiding inside. But the question here is, what was it? A snake? A lizard? A gecko? And because it's Florida, we can't really say anything for sure. Imagine you're out with friends on a drive late at night and you encounter this in the way. Well, this is what happened to these guys who were just having fun when not just one but two pairs of creepy glowing eyes started staring at them. Even though the creatures were far and the guys were in the car, that was not enough to make them any less scared. Once a man was in the forest gathering some logs when he stumbled upon something peculiar. We're not exactly sure what was going through his mind, but he ended up picking up this eerie doll and taking it back to his home. To make matters even more bizarre, he even decided to record the doll while it was doing who knows what. If it were me, I wouldn't even dream of doing something like that. Not even in a million years. If you think giant mutated spiders are only in the sci-fi movies, you think wrong, and this video will show you how. People in Ragasnika were shocked when one morning they saw this giant spider crawling across this hill. Luckily, it was far away from the population, so no one got harmed. But the most mysterious part is that the spider just vanished in a few minutes. Where did it go? No one knows. Okay, so what comes into your mind when you first see it? Me, being dumb, thought it was the grass walking, but it turns out to be some kind of insect, a very tiny one. Though the man who uploaded it didn't happen to have any kind of information about it, and the thing was just as unusual to him as it is to all of us. But let us know if you guys have any info on this one. This hairless creature was discovered by a group of plantation workers. It had small ears, no tail, and a bald, brownish-gray body with sharp claws. The workers were frightened by its odd appearance and believed it was a supernatural entity coming to haunt them. They attacked the creature, but afterward, specialists in nature explained that it was an uncommon Malayan sun bear. The workers were rebuked for their harsh behavior, and the bear was relocated to its natural habitat in the woods. As the videographer was recording a moose by the side of the road in Gaspésie, Quebec, Canada, they noticed an oddity in the footage. Although the moose was initially the only thing in view, the viewer became curious about a strange figure on the back left of the video. The clip gained a lot of attention online, and many people made guesses about what the enigmatic figure could be, ranging from supernatural beings to extraterrestrial life forms. The question of what could be hiding in the Quebec wilderness remains unanswered, causing people to wonder. This image is taken from two videos. One which shows a ghost attempting to hide from something, and to do that he jumps into the water. This whole thing was recorded on a trail cam set nearby to look for animals. The next clip shows an alien-like figure peeking from behind the tree. If it wasn't for the glowing eyes, the figure might have gone unnoticed and considered to be just part of the tree. In the video, a group of individuals is seen walking at night with torches and sticks while leading some goats. Everything seems ordinary until you spot a white goat with an unusual object hanging from its neck. The men appear frightened by the object, which stays attached to the goat even when they attempt to take it off. Eventually, it resembles a strange shadow on the ground, swiftly heading towards the forest and vanishing. To me, it appears quite disturbing. What are your thoughts on what it might be? This video was captured by a brave soul who thought it would be a really great idea to go out alone into the deep woods at night. He thought he'd end up meeting some unusual beings and, well, guess what? He got exactly what he was expecting. A creepy little cryptid staring right at him from behind the tree. Was it just waiting for the right moment to attack, or was it too scared to come out? The mystery has been unsolved since forever. Considering the last clip, if you think the woods are only creepy and unsafe at night, let us tell you how wrong you are. And this video will prove it to you. These trees were recorded moving. Like, literally moving from one place to another. Was it the neighborhood that annoyed them, or they felt unsafe due to humans? We could never know since trees don't talk. Now, this one might be just an image taken by a trail cam and not a whole video, but this single image is enough for us to get an idea about how eerie and unbelievable life in the woods can be. Was it an alien or just an animal from an unusual angle? We can't say for sure, but you let us know if you have any ideas. If you think it's just another usual trail cam video which shows gorillas sitting here and there and busy with their normal routine, that's not the case. These aren't just any gorillas. These are the Cross River gorillas, and sadly they're endangered with only 200 individuals left to survive. In fact, these are the rarest gorillas on the whole planet. And this trail cam happened to capture these majestic creatures living their lives in Cameroon. You must be thinking it's too dark and too blurry to actually determine that's a Bigfoot going about in the woods, but the size of the creature and what we can make out from the darkness, I don't see any chance of it being some other animal other than Bigfoot. I mean, we can see it walking on 2 feet and it being all dark and hairy, and its size as compared to the trees is pretty huge. Ask me, and I'd say it's a Bigfoot for sure. This man had heard that mysterious creatures lurk in the desert, especially at night. So he did what anyone would do, set up a camera and waited for the night to pass so he could go check if it captured anything unusual. And to his surprise, it actually did. What was it? A death worm? An alien? A monster? We'll give you a moment to take a guess. But when he inspected it all, it turned out it was just a buffalo. But scary nonetheless. Don't worry, man, we were just as confused as you were. In June 2022, a man's security camera happened to click a photo which had the whole world in shock. Even the mainstream media couldn't help but feature it. They called it the Wolfman. Nobody had any idea if that was someone playing a prank or was it really a Wolfman. At first, the residents of the area thought it was just a coyote responsible for the missing animals and spreading fear everywhere, so they set up cameras everywhere in hopes of catching the animal in the act. However, what the camera ended up recording was something that blew their minds. A huge creature was seen lurking in the woods. And what else could it be except for the famous Sasquatch, right? It was never caught, but was never seen ever again either. Maybe it's since that humans have come about it. What do we call a person gliding through the streets? Not walking like normal human beings, but moving in some otherworldly form? We call it a ghost, and a ghost is what this CCTV camera ended up recording. Now, don't ask me whose ghost it was, because I don't know about that, but it does seem like in a hurry. Maybe he was going on his daily haunting duty. What do you say? A crooked, glowing creature moving in the weirdest way possible in the street. If I ever see something like that, I'm going to leave the country for good. I don't know how these people get the courage to actually stand there and record such stuff. And, well, as soon as this video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. Questions arising from everywhere about the authenticity of the clip and the identity of the creature, but the questions had been unanswered ever since. How fast is a mountain lion, and how sneaky is it? If you find yourself wondering such questions, then we're here to give you answers. As this mountain lion sneaked up on the deer, and the deer was all clamped in its claws in a matter of mere seconds, and good thing this was all captured on a trail cam installed somewhere in California, and if you notice, the leap is right on the neck, fast and on target. Amazing. When one cougar minded its own business, the other one was in a mood of letting the man know how dangerous he can be. So he ran as fast as he could towards the man and stopped just a few inches away. And he did it for 6 minutes straight. Might be the longest 6 minutes of that man's life. And about the man, I would say he did a great job at staying calm and not taking off running as most people would have done, and he never turned away from the cougar. And that's what saved his life. Recently, a trail camera recorded an intense brawl between two male bears. It all started when one of the bears let out a bone-chilling snarl, warning the other bear to back off. Things quickly escalated from there, with the bears wrestling and biting each other in a wild frenzy. The fight lasted for a few minutes before they eventually went their separate ways. It was a crazy scene that happened deep in the heart of the woods. A creepy trail cam pic caused a stir online because a little girl was seen in the middle of nowhere with no humans around. People wondered how she got there or if she was a ghost, but it turns out she was just with her grandpa and the pic was taken in the woods. No need to be scared, she's a real human. This picture was captured by a trail camera in the dead of night. We haven't been able to investigate it further, but it appears to be a rake lurking in the darkness of the woods. We're keeping our eyes peeled for any updates, but for now, all we have is this eerie image, and people are saying it's real. It isn't always the animals or the mysterious beings that lurk in the woods. Sometimes it's humpback whales also, found laying all deep in the woods. And how exactly the whale ended up there, so far away from the ocean? Well, that's been a mystery ever since. When a man went out to check his trail cam and what it captured this time, he was stunned to see the picture the camera had taken. To some, it appeared like two glowing eyes, and to others, it was a UFO. Since it was just a picture, we can't say if it was fake or just something which looks eerie. Crocodiles are super deadly creatures. They don't care about anyone or anything, not even if you're just trying to record them with a camera. They can sneak up on you real slow, and before you know it, you're stuck in their powerful jaws with no escape. These fierce felines hunt and chow down on all sorts of critters, but one time one of them got snapped by a camera while running into a rattlesnake on its way somewhere. It made sure to take out the snake before resuming its original plans, but man, it really had to work hard to take down that snake. It used its sharp claws and teeth to crush and bite the snake's head in an epic battle. At first, the coyote could be seen running away from the camera's range of vision, and shortly after, the mountain lion appeared and chased after the coyote. And after a few seconds, we could hear the coyote screaming for help, indicating that the mountain lion had caught it. That's how fast these deadly lions are. Have you ever seen videos of people fighting that go viral online? It happens quite a bit, right? But it's actually pretty rare to come across videos of kangaroos fighting. Well, I recently saw one on trail camera footage. These two kangaroos were squabbling and it was pretty interesting to watch. The fight started when they grabbed each other by the neck and tried to knock each other over. But in the end, they both walked away peacefully. Pretty cool, huh? A home security camera in Texas ended up recording a girl dressed in all white walking through the backyard. When the family saw it, they were all perplexed as the girl was not someone they knew or had ever seen. But then, who was it? A ghost? Or just someone pulling a prank? Humans have a natural curiosity that drives them to investigate anything unusual. But in this particular case, a man took his curiosity to the extreme. He heard strange sounds coming from the woods and decided to explore it late at night to see if he could find anything interesting. To his surprise, he stumbled upon a strange creature behind a tree, making weird whistle-like sounds.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Realizing the danger, he quickly ran away as fast as he could without looking to see if the creature was following him. It seems his curiosity got the best of him in this scary encounter. The Amazon rainforest is a place where you can find unique and unusual creatures. People often put trail cameras there to capture these animals. Recently, a rare Amazonian short-eared dog was spotted on one of these cameras. The species was thought to be almost extinct for a while, and researchers were losing hope of finding any. However, this video gave them new hope. The dog was just sniffing around in the forest like any other day. Teams have been sent to locate the dog so that it can be kept safe in a preserve and live longer. When these pictures went viral online, they really got people talking. They show a little cat sitting on top of some big animals, which surprised a lot of folks. Nobody could believe how chill the cat was about it. Some people even made jokes about the cat being the boss of all the other animals. But then some experts gave their 2 cents and said that the cat, which is called a genet, was likely using the other animals as a lookout point to find prey. That's pretty clever if you ask me. There was a guy in Brazil who saw something strange on a rooftop while he was doing his own thing and decided to record it. What he captured was a weird creature that looked like a huge ant hanging out on the roof. Some people thought it was extraterrestrial, but to me it looks like a really big ant. Brazil has all sorts of creepy crawlies, so who knows what else is out there, right? The freakiest part is that the creature vanishes right after the guy spots it. What was it doing up there? We may never find out. Have you ever seen those spooky creatures people call night crawlers or soul walkers? They can give you the creeps, but they're also strangely calming. There's this video from California back in 2011 that shows 2 stick-like figures walking through the woods. They almost look like a family of ghosts, with one resembling a little baby ghost and the other maybe a ghost mom or dad. It's a peaceful and serene scene, and I hope they were able to keep wandering about undisturbed. Trail cameras are used to take pictures of animals in the wild, but sometimes they capture something really creepy. Like this one time, a man in a clown mask was caught on camera in the forest at night. We don't know what he was doing there, or if he was even a real person. The spooky clown stared right at the camera before vanishing into the woods, giving everyone the creeps. Who knows what other scary stuff is out there lurking in the shadows? The deep, dark woods conceal secrets and elusive creatures that have managed to evade human detection. Despite our assumptions that certain species have gone extinct, they persist in their natural habitats, hidden from our eyes. However, a trail camera recently captured a remarkable sighting in Vietnam, a 2-tone mouse deer that scientists believed had been extinct for 30 years. The footage astonished the world as it revealed a healthy and lively creature meandering through the woods. So there was a video that captured an elk on a trail cam wearing a tire like a necklace. Crazy, right? This poor elk had the tire around his neck for 2 years while going about his daily life. As time passed, his neck and antlers grew bigger, which made it impossible for him to remove the tire by himself. Luckily, wildlife officials came to the rescue. They gave the elk some medicine to make him sleep and attempted to remove the tire. Sadly, they had to remove his antlers too, but don't worry, the elk will grow a new pair of antlers in due time. The Wildlife Channel put cameras in the jungle to see the animals there. They were hoping to film them doing normal things, but what the cameras showed was surprising. The bears they caught on camera were dancing and moving their bodies like Shakira. It's pretty amazing that bears can dance like that, but did you know that bears also get itchy? And instead of scratching themselves with their paws like we do, they use trees. And look at them go. They're really enjoying themselves, aren't they? When you go camping, unexpected guests might drop by, like mosquitoes and other bugs if you're lucky. But if you're not, like the guy in this video, a big male lion and 2 lionesses might pay you a visit. The man was sleeping soundly in his tent when all of a sudden this happened. Luckily, he stayed put and didn't try to run away. The lion seemed more curious than anything and didn't harm him. Despite the scare, the camper had an unforgettable night. So there's this really weird thing that a camera caught in the forest. It looked like the earth was moving up and down, almost like it was taking a break from spinning and going around the sun. People call it the breathing earth because it's like the ground is breathing. This happens when the wind is strong and the ground is loose. It can be pretty scary if you don't know what's going on. You might think the earth is going to swallow you up. It's definitely one of the craziest things ever caught on trail camera. Someone caught a really creepy video and posted it online. It shows a creature that looks like a spider or maybe a crab, and it scared a lot of people. At first, I thought it was just a dog dressed up in a spider suit, but when I took a closer look, I realized it definitely wasn't a dog. The only dog in the video looked totally freaked out by the weird bent-legged things too. So we're all pretty confused about what it could be. So there was this male deer in Ottawa, Canada that got caught on camera losing its antlers. It might seem strange to us, but it's actually a regular thing for male deer to lose their antlers in winter to make way for new ones. The shedding process usually happens from late winter to early spring. It was funny to see that the deer in the video seemed surprised by what was happening and ran away looking confused. It's really hard to figure out what those lights in the sky are. Some people think they might be aliens, but others think it's just a bug in front of the camera. Do you think this means aliens are visiting us, or maybe they're here but we don't even know it? Also, what about those strange flying objects we sometimes see? The government just released a report on them, but there's still not enough evidence to know for sure what they are. We know how birds travel from one place to another in flocks, all flying together to search for new places to live and feed, right? But this murmuration of a massive flock of birds was just something else. Even the researchers said they'd never seen such a kind of behavior in birds before, and that it might be alarming as well. Do you doubt the existence of Bigfoot and other creatures like that? Well, check this out. There's some drone footage that might make you think twice. In the video, you can see some enormous trees shaking like crazy as if a giant monster is trying to pull them out of the ground. And we're not talking about puny trees. These ones are huge and super tall. No way could a person or machine do something like that. So do you still believe that Bigfoots are just made-up stories? And this video was captured on a trail cam, and it's just too cute to miss. You can see a mother fox and her 4 cubs all playing around and annoying their mom a bit, but she doesn't seem to mind at all. What's even more amazing is that the family seems completely oblivious to the fact that they're being recorded. This picture shows a Bigfoot walking through the woods. It was taken by a trail cam installed in the Charleston area, but when they went to investigate it, it turned out to just be a cutout of a cardboard, which was all part of a prank pulled by someone. Believe it or not, this bear from Boulder, Colorado has become the new selfie champ. The story goes that this curious creature found a camera with a motion sensor and decided to go wild with it. The outcome? More than 400 snapshots of the bear posing in all kinds of ways, giving his best sultry gaze and even making some goofy faces. This bear wasn't going to quit until it got every picture just right for social media. A man happened to capture this slimy thing when it was on his way somewhere, and since it wasn't like anything he'd seen before, he decided to capture it on camera. It doesn't appear to have any eyes, but a head-like thing which moves a little bit. It looks something like what a blob would look like. So is it some new species? And if it is, then I'd rather stay away from this slimy thing. Ever wondered how large anacondas are? What's the maximum limit they can go to? Well, they can easily go to 30 feet, and this anaconda right here can give you an idea of how dangerous these beings can be. The tree can't even hold its weight, and it comes down as the snake tries slithering its way up on it. Watching this, I'm really glad Titanoboas are long gone, or God knows what might have happened. Maybe it really was a rake, or maybe just a gorilla with glowing eyes. Though the chances of it being the latter are pretty low because there aren't many gorillas whose eyes glow like that in pitch dark. So what does that mean? Was it really a rake? And if so, then where did it go after staring at the camera? Are they hiding it in the deep dark regions? Or do you think it's all fake? When two guys were out in the woods filming and doing their thing, they heard weird noises coming from somewhere nearby. And they thought it'd be better to go and check the area out. Not knowing what was coming, they went there, and then this happened. A weird whitish creature came running towards them, freaking them out. The video ends abruptly, so we're not sure what happened to them. If you think you're safe from the weird beings if you're at your home, then you're wrong. They follow you everywhere you go. For instance, take a look at this clip. This man thought he lived alone until a kid appeared from behind the TV, peeking from behind. The man had to go check, and that's when things got weird, because the kid completely vanishes when the man reaches there. And this bended like a dog creature was caught on camera running away from something. And this is the point where I wonder, was it scared of something? Or did it do something and was trying to run and not get caught? Even after millions of views on the internet, no one was able to tell exactly what that was. Let's say the day's pretty stormy outside and you still think that you need to go outside to see how bad the weather is. And when you do, this is what you see? What will you do? Obviously go back into the house as soon as possible, right? Unlike this man who thought he should take his camera out and record it all. A brave soul, I must say, or maybe it's fake. What do you think? Just the head out of the water, standing straight, not even moving an inch, and water dripping from its mouth. This is a creature which was caught on camera somewhere in China. As soon as the video hit the internet, people started claiming it was a sea dragon. But the question is it really? Or is it just a fountain more than half inside the water? Let us know if you know anything about it. Long gone are the days when black cats were considered signs of bad luck or other things, but there are times when I find myself wondering, what if those people were right? And you'll agree with me when you see this black cat with glowing eyes staring straight towards the man. She refuses to clear the path for the man, which of course scares the hell out of him, and not only that, she also attacks and hisses at the man. What remains unexplained is what caused this cat to show such weird behavior. Insects are creepy, and there's no denying that, but what if I tell you that these creatures are starting to get even creepier? Look at this one, for instance. When people saw it for the first time, they weren't just weirded out, but also confused, not knowing what kind of insect it was. But let me tell you, it's called Creatonatos gangus, and it's a kind of moth, usually called the monster moth, created by Satan himself. While exploring the park, a man stumbled upon a squishy mass in the pond that bore a striking resemblance to a brain wiggling around in the water. Fortunately, it wasn't a human brain as he initially feared. Nevertheless, its peculiar nature was just as bewildering as a real brain would have been. It turned out to be a collection of minuscule creatures rarely seen before. People who've encountered this unusual formation have given it interesting monikers such as Blob Monster and Dragon Booger. A security guard whose duty, unfortunately, was of night, and he had to guard the building all night long. For some days, he was hearing weird noises like someone slamming the door, but he didn't pay much attention to it. But one day, it was getting a little too much, so gathered all the courage and went to check who exactly is there. While he couldn't see anyone, his camera captured a ghostly shadow on it. But was the ghost behind all those noises, or was there something more scary hidden? No one could even answer that. A Facebook picture circulated in 2014 had a lot of people up there worried. The post was shared thousands of times within a few hours and had a lot of people uttering the word skinwalker, a well-known legend in Indian country. The picture shows an unexplained being lurking on the side of a road. In April 2023, people saw a mysterious creature swimming in the water. It was in a park where most of them went jogging in the morning, so a lot of witnesses were there. The creature looked like it was stuck in the water but refused to come out, so no one could really tell what it was except that it was unusual and nothing like they'd ever seen before. To some, it looked like a serpent, but nothing was ever confirmed. When the video was uploaded, no one could tell what it was. A caterpillar? Or maybe some other insect? But it didn't look like anyone had seen before. Well, I did my research, and it came out to be a thing called a case-bearing clothes moth. And this thing is just as weird as its name. They're named due to the silken case the larva weaves to protect itself while it's eating your carpet, and, well, I too would be weirded out if I ever saw one. I don't know what the man was doing on that raft and going exactly where, but when he turned the camera towards the thing he thought was following him, it definitely gave me creeps. If something like that was following me, I don't know how I'd remain so calm and record it all. But, well, he did, and after watching the clip, many suspected it to be a mermaid or something similar. Even though nothing was confirmed, there's still a slight chance that it might be. You must have watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, let's just say life might just be the same for some people. For instance, this young man who recorded the clip of this weird creature lurking somewhere on Earth. Now, I don't know what place that is, and I don't want to know either. Just look at the size. Who would be so calm recording it and not running for their life? Unless it's fake. When a man was looking outside his window, he saw something very weird. There was a man sitting in front if he looked through the glass. But when he saw not from the window glass, there was nobody. How exactly is that possible? Unless it's a vampire or something. But was it? What do you guys think? A few years back, some workers were assigned the work to go to the back side of the factory and check why one of the drainage pipes was blocked, since it was causing a lot of problems. So they went with their phone cameras rolling to get video evidence of whatever problem they faced. But they ended up capturing something they weren't expecting at all. A white figure peeked from inside the pipe, leaving them shocked. This pig comes from China, and it looks very different from other pigs. Its face is shaped in a way that some people find scary, and it has a nose that looks strange, like a person's nose or something that boys have. Because of its unusual face shape, it has trouble breathing, and its tongue sticks out of its mouth in a funny way. When it opens its mouth wide, it looks like it's screaming, but no sound comes out. It seems like nature didn't protect this little piglet enough. Encountering a Bigfoot from a distance is one thing, but witnessing the spectacle of a colossal creature stumbling and tumbling takes it to a whole new level, and that's precisely what this individual managed to capture on camera. Two immense beings, possibly Yetis, were observed devouring an animal, and within seconds, one of them lost balance and rolled down the icy slope. Despite being recorded in 2016, no one has been able to provide a reasonable explanation to this day. While most individuals tend to avoid perilous situations, there are those inquisitive souls who relish delving deep into the enigmatic realms. Take, for instance, this duo who, during their forest expedition, stumbled upon an abandoned mine shaft. Judging by its appearance, it seemed as though centuries had passed since anyone had set foot inside. Contrary to the instincts of regular folks, these two individuals decided to approach the mine shaft and investigate its contents. However, within seconds, they discovered why the mine shaft had been forsaken. An unusual creature with luminous eyes suddenly materialized out of thin air. Some men were driving their way home late at night when they saw something weird nearby, so they stopped their car and decided to film it on their camera. And when you see this, you'll be just freaked out as it shows a creepy creature looking towards the men from behind something. Some claimed it was the rake, while others said it was just someone in a costume, but nothing was for sure. This cat was doing the usual cat stuff, and the owner of the cat was recording herself being herself, just like most cat people out there do. But then something weird happened. A creepy hand came from under the drawer and tried grabbing the cat. People were quick to suspect it was a demon living under there. What do you think about it? When people started hearing weird noises coming from the sewers, they informed the authorities. However, even after investigating, there was nothing to be found, so they set a camera under there, and this is what the camera recorded. A pair of glowing eyes. Like the creatures came to inspect and quickly ran away after seeing the camera. Pretty scary, don't you think? Where trail cameras usually take pictures of animals when they're doing their normal things like resting, looking for food, and doing their daily tasks, sometimes these cameras capture really strange and funny moments too. Like this bear who was just doing its bear things when suddenly it saw something really strange in front of it. It was its own reflection. Can you imagine? The bear was really surprised and didn't like it at all. It didn't expect to see itself like that, and it got upset, or at least it seemed like it did. This CCTV camera was only mounted to ensure the safety of the vehicles and all, but it ended up recording a weird creature who crawled up to a poster on the wall and then continued to scratch it to pieces before moving away and out of the camera's reach. And even if we look at it closely, it looks nothing like a human wearing any costume. This Eagle Cam captures amazing footage off the coast of Southern California, specifically the west end of Catalina Island. We see a bald eagle in its cliffside nest about to settle for the night. A sly fox approaches hoping for free eggs, but Mama Eagle intimidates it. She calls for her mate who quickly responds. The fox posed no threat to the eagle, but was after the eggs. This video reveals the dangers of lurking in the wild and for the animals at night, as some predators prefer coming out when others are asleep. In January 2021, a clip went viral which showed a weird hairless creature crawling up to things in the jungle. As much as it creeped people out, it also alerted the authorities who began the search for it. And after months and months of search, they actually did find it. Though the bear was in pretty rough condition, he was scared and weak and had to be kept in a cage before he was transferred to somewhere safe and where he can be taken care of. People have been claiming the man here might be Jesus, but is it really? Or was it just some fake edited video? But just for a minute, if we consider it to be real, then wouldn't it be the weirdest clip out there? How did the man vanish into this strong flow of water? Did he survive? And if so, how? So many questions, and just one short clip as an answer is what we have. Now, as compared to all other videos in this list, this one might be the scariest of all. It was uploaded on YouTube in 2020 and freaked everyone out. Some said it was a weird being who lives in the sewers near their home, and others said it was a blob like a human mutant, but it later turned out that it was a man pranking his own friend. Look at the couple all happy, in love with each other. The clip seems so lovey-dovey. If you don't pay attention to what's happening in the background, let us slow it down a bit so you can have a closer look at the demon standing right behind them and then disappearing just a second after. The demons and the ghosts might only come out at night, but the witches can do it anytime they want. For instance, this one time when a man caught a woman dressed in white on his camera. She was standing behind the dumpsters, her hair all messy and on her face. Ask me, and she looked like she just came from a horror movie set. Or maybe she actually did. When this clip went viral, it scared the hell out of everyone who watched it. The massive gorilla-like figure was seen in it, but it was no gorilla, and that everyone could tell for sure. But then, what was it? That's the question no one has been able to answer. Bear catches trail cam. Trail cam catching animals doing their usual stuff is old. Animals catching trail cam recording them is new these days. Take this bear for instance. He was going on his way when suddenly he turned towards the camera, giving it a look like acknowledging the fact that the camera is there. It was a stormy day when this guy decided to go on a drive, and he never expected what he was going to see on his way. It was a massive bat, the largest anyone has ever seen. Or was it even a bat? It could be an alien too. You let us know what you guys think. In this intriguing video, we see a cat relaxing under a deck while a bald eagle unexpectedly enters the yard. The cat curiously observes the eagle as it approaches. They have a respectful standoff for over 15 minutes, and the cat cautiously approaches the eagle, causing its back to arch, and the eagle spreads its wings. It's unclear what the eagle's intentions were, whether it was after the cat or something else, but it was an intriguing clip nonetheless. This video has sent shivers down the spines of everyone who's watched it. In the dead of night, a strange, luminous creature is seen crawling on the ground in an isolated location. Some refer to it as the rake, while others speculate that it might be an unidentified animal. However, the individuals who captured the footage claim that although it resembled a human, it was undoubtedly not human. So what exactly was it? Perhaps we'll never truly know. While taking his usual stroll, an Australian man stumbled upon an intriguing creature that resembled a worm but possessed some peculiar characteristics. What truly sets it apart is not its worm-like appearance, but rather its remarkable length and segmented structure. I've never witnessed a worm of such considerable size before. A deceased werewolf was discovered by a farmer who subsequently handed it over to researchers for examination and analysis. Later on, unidentified individuals shared photos and videos of the werewolf, instilling great terror in those who came across them. Despite the researchers' diligent efforts to investigate, they were unable to provide any explanation, further deepening the enigma surrounding the incident. The dark web is a realm familiar to many, yet accessible to only a few. Trust me when I say that those who have ventured into it have often come to rue their decision. Allow me to present this video as evidence. An eerie creature silently traverses, moving from the hallway into a room and eventually disappearing into unknown territories. And if you suspect it to be a human, take a closer look at its peculiar gait. Does that resemble the movement of a human being to you? The notion of mermaids being mythical creatures may be called into question after watching this video. In India, a man spotted something extraordinary swimming in the water and approached it for closer examination. To his astonishment, he discovered a creature that bore an uncanny resemblance to a mermaid, albeit smaller in size than anticipated. Could it be a baby mermaid? Or perhaps a tiny drowning monkey? Given the abrupt conclusion of the video, we cannot definitively determine the truth.
This mind-blowing trail footage unravels an unexplained creature. It is a black creature with 4 legs and white, shining eyes, which makes it hard to identify it. Just look at the scary eyes of this animal. On top of that, this video was captured in the dark night, with some horror sounds of these wild creatures in the back. With every inch closer to this animal, it gets more horrifying to see. It is very brave of you all for sticking with this. Believe me, some more disturbing shots are yet to come. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Yes, this is Mike, a headless chicken. It has not only survived a month or two, but has successfully lived up to 18 months. Isn't this spine-chilling? A chicken with no head has lived up to the age of a normal chicken. Told you this is gonna be crazy. Trust me, you'll be thrilled to see 2 bobcats negotiating a date. They see each other from a distance and start yowling. As they approach each other, they look into the eyes with constant growling. Both give awkward poses with rapid tail twitching. The gray cat is the female, and the red one is the male. It seems that the whole scene is directed by a renowned director. Can you believe that this loving video was captured on Valentine's Day? Deer are known for their naughty behavior. We have mischievous footage for you this time. This is a whitetail from early June in full velvet antlers in the Kamloops, British Columbia area. Deer are fast with their tongues, so we had to freeze the frame at the right moment. This deer was using his nose and tongue to pick up a scent on the trail. Amidst a deep, dark night in the forest, our camera caught an unnerving sight. Just look at this photo of greater kudu posing for the camera. Look at the beauty of these graceful animals. Who would not think this scene to be painted? This has been captured by a trail camera. There's a message in the eyes of these wild yet elegant animals, and it seems like they want to convey something. Another delicate balance between peace and horror is this encounter. People set out their tents on the trail side when a bear arrives at the campsite and steals their food. It opens the cooler to find hot dogs. Seeing a bear eating the goods carelessly is a captivating shot, perhaps. However, people fear bears. The campers are fortunate that the bear is busy with food and has not sniffed the humans. We've learned a lesson from this video, that you should never, ever leave your food by your tent. A video of a deer eating a bird in the sunlight has been seen through our trail camera. Now this is something to see, because a deer is mostly associated with grass. But this deer ate the whole bird, even the skeleton too. You'll be mesmerized yet disturbed to experience such a sight. Look at the poised eyes of this deer. Now, just think about the innocent birds. That bird would have never thought that a deer would be his predator. But welcome to wildlife. Enough scary sights for now. Let's see some heartwarming scenes. Watch this amazing crow removing harmful ticks and parasites from a deer's skin in just a few seconds. This is an amazing wildlife video you don't want to miss. The crow is removing the pesticides with astonishing precision and accuracy. This amazing video shows how cool crows are and how they can help us protect our environment. Our camera has captured an intense moment between a bear and a reindeer. Both stand face to face, entangled in confrontation. Just look at these shining eyes of deer. He refuses to be afraid of a predator. While the confidence of deer triggers the predatory instincts of the bear, it's a struggle for survival. You're lucky to witness the beauty and escalation. It is a twist in our journey of disturbing trail footage. This camera has recorded a unique video. Meet our basketball lover, Buck. Isn't this basketball giving a human touch to this animal? Indeed it is. The deer struggles to get rid of the ball, but it seems like the ball has found a home in his antlers. On our way forward to disturbing trail footage, we found a mysterious creature. It is very strange and unique. Some have speculated it to be a man in a suit, while others think it is a Tasmanian devil. Whatever this creature is, it's got everyone scared. It is black in color and tries to hide itself from the camera. Many believe it to be a dog man. This footage has raised a lot of questions, and everyone out there is speculating about it. We have explored some very creepy and strange captures on trail cams. The weird creature resembles a dog, so many have speculated it to be a chupacabra. It is basically a goat sucker because it feeds on livestock. Look at the long, slender body with an extra long tail. Isn't this giving chills down your spine? It has now turned out to be a realm of mysterious and unknown creatures. A bird with a weird voice and shape is seen on a fence on a farm. People on the farm say that they've never seen such a creature. In the first glimpse, it looks like a monument or an idol on the fence. But as soon as you get closer, you will see it is moving and has a shrill sound. This bird feeds on insects. Aren't these trail footage helping us in seeing strange and unexplored creatures? With every step deeper into the wilderness, we come across a strange animal. This time, it's a perplexing sight again. A brown, hairy figure emerges from the river. It is carrying a small animal in its arms. Some people think it is a heavy-set man with a lot of fishing gear and waders on. Others speculate it is a mysterious creature, aka Bigfoot, with a fish in hand. And the appearance is not like a human, so there's a possibility that anything can be true. Let us know what you think. What do you think? Is this a man or a bear? By its stature, it looks like a bear. It is a strange creature with a black color. But as you investigate the details, you'll notice that it's holding a stick and wearing a cap. These signs make us believe that it is a human. The image sparks curiosity and speculation. Deep in the jungle unfolds a heart-wrenching scene. Just look at the scared girl standing close to two deer. One deer looks straight into the eyes of the girl with curiosity. It raises the question of what possible secret can these two share? Or maybe the deer are considering the girl to be prey. Meanwhile, the other deer locks eyes with the camera, as if acknowledging its presence, drawing us into the world. Gardner, Kansas is known to have a mountain lion, so some people decided to install 2 trail cameras, and they saw some unexpected weird images. A gorilla engaged in a bloody struggle with a terrifying being. To our surprise, a mysterious entity that appeared to be a human and wolf moved through the area using a walker. The search for the mountain lion took an unexpected turn, entangling it in a strange, wild encounter. This photo can scare you all. We believe it to be a photo of a monster trying to hide its face with a veil. The dark night intensifies the details of the monster. What lies beneath that concealed face? Come along with us as we set out on a quest to discover the mystery surrounding this frightening creature. But be careful, once revealed, the monster's face can frighten you in your sleep for the rest of time. Be prepared for a strange encounter. In this image, a being with a human-like body stands tall, but its head distinguishes it from the rest. It is perfectly still, a mesmerizing sight. What lies behind its unusual appearance? Is it a being from another world? Or maybe a creation of nature's enigmatic design? As we gaze upon this mysterious figure, we are reminded of the vastness of the unknown. In our journey of struggle, we found a bird stuck in the water. A bird becomes entangled in a watery fight. It struggles to escape its underwater cage and resembles an eagle. It makes every effort to liberate itself, but it never succeeds. But the question is, was it just stuck there? Or was it something else? And the mystery unfolds as we see an alligator approaching. But unfortunately, the video did not end as we were all thinking. The gator got hold of the eagle and last. We've brought another amazing adventure of wildlife for you. Just see this black horse grazing peacefully. But this peace is short-lived. Can you see the alligator behind him? The horse attacks the alligator after eye contact for a few seconds. We can hear the sound with horseshoes clash with scaly skin. It is another battle of survival and strength. You can definitely not miss this one. Have you seen an animal like a bear from the back and goat from the front? Well, if not, then take a look at this muscular mountain ghost. It's like a polar bear because of its bear-like shape and white color, but it has a face of a goat grazing in the wildlife. This contrast between a bear and a goat shows the wonders of nature. We've seen animals fighting with other animals, but let's see a battle of a deer with a plant. This video draws our attention to the deer with a plant stuck in its antlers. The deer tries its best to get rid of this problem, but it seems no success. Isn't it a beautiful scene to see? Look at this remarkable picture. Doesn't it spark curiosity? A bear-like creature stands on a single leg. Its face is indistinct. It remains a mystery with no distinct features. What secrets lie behind its hidden face? We're drawn into the mystery of this enigmatic creature. Buckle up as an unknown shadow that is intriguing and enigmatic appears. We are perplexed by it because of its short tail, large legs, and fuzzy body. It might be a badger. The disparity in color only heightens the intrigue. Let us know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. Is it really just a badger or some other undiscovered creature? It was a stormy night and the trail camera received a lot of rain. The camera's ability to be submerged in water was tested. The apparatus was almost drowned as water dripped down it. Even though this one clip isn't like the other ones in today's list, still, it's no less disturbing or weird. I mean, what's weirder than a trail cam literally drowning? Thank you for watching the video till the end. Do like and share it with your friends.
Let's check out this clip caught on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. These two men kept hearing strange voices from their backyard, and eventually decided to go check. But what they did not know was that they were in for a surprise. A huge monster was seen running to hide from them, but that did not stop the friends there. They had to go check, and that is when we see the terrifying face. The video ends right there, so let's just hope both of them are okay. While a farmer was out with his goats and cows, he sensed that something was not okay. So he took his camera out and started checking the area. And what he found was this creepy black creature with big horns at the very edge of his property. Even though the creature did not look interested in coming near or harming the man, it was still good that he only recorded the thing and did not try to go near. In 2016, a strange video surfaced online showing a woman shopping at a mall. Suddenly, an item falls behind her, and she puts it back on the shelf. Then she starts acting weirdly, as if something is controlling her. She drops her shopping and writhes on the floor, screaming loudly. Her screams even push the onlookers away. As the man in black tries to hold her down, the woman calms down, but then lets out a final scream, which makes objects in the store move and the security camera flicker. This video was filmed by a guy from Mexico. Some people who have watched it are saying it's one of the most clear sightings of a UFO ever caught on camera. Against a totally dark sky, you can see a weird blue circle that looks like it's morphing into different shapes. Apparently, this man had this strange thing hovering over his house for about a half an hour before it vanished. What do you think it might be? In this video, Rick Dyer, a self-proclaimed Bigfoot tracker, claimed to have killed the elusive creature. The video shows a tense moment where the massive beast attacks the man holding the camera. Afterwards, Dyer provides a few pictures, claiming they're of the Bigfoot he killed. So do you think it was really a Bigfoot that he killed, or was he just lying straight away? This clip features an American tourist who got an unexpected guest on a safari in Tanzania. Well, Britton Hayes from Seattle got a special visitor in the form of a cheetah who jumped right into the back seat of his vehicle. And if that wasn't wild enough, another cheetah decided to join in on the fun. Poor Hayes was frozen with fear, praying he wouldn't become dinner for the big cats. A bizarre figure dressed in white was spotted standing directly under the window of a house where the mother and her baby had been only moments before. It appeared as though the figure knew where the family was located. The incident left the woman feeling shaken and terrified, with no logical explanation for what had just happened. Some say it was a witch, while others think it was something else. Still, it remains a mystery. Whether it was an extraterrestrial being or simply an optical illusion, this video is fascinating to watch. A large group of individuals gathered to witness this bizarre creature, which appeared to be levitating in midair while wearing wings on its arms and feet. Although it resembled a mermaid or an alien, it actually looked more like a boy. However, the reality behind the levitation was not as mysterious as it seemed. In fact, it was just a simple trick involving thin strings that helped the individual hover in the air. A pilot was on his usual routine, flying a plane from one city to another. But what he did not know was that he was about to come across a sight he had ever imagined, a UFO. Now, for those of you thinking it was just a balloon, those don't fly forwards, they go upwards. And also, balloons do not have this kind of speed. So nope, that wasn't a balloon. To me, it totally looks like a UFO. While paying a visit to his loved ones in the cemetery, a guy stumbled upon something peculiar. He noticed a grave that was partially open and seemed like it was being destroyed. As he went closer, he was taken aback to see the remains of a body buried there, including a tall skeleton that was around 1.8 meters tall. But that wasn't all. There were other skulls and bones inside the grave, which hinted at some sort of witchcraft. However, nothing was ever really explained or cleared up. This video features a man named Hassan, who is an explorer of witches. He voluntarily searches for witches, and in this particular video, he visits a witch mountain to find one. To his surprise, he actually spots a witch dressed in black clothes and holding a stick, which seems to be made from an animal skull. Initially, she was sitting at the cave entrance, but when she saw the YouTuber, she went inside and started mumbling some spells. Suddenly, a stone hit Hassan's face, which was a signal for him to back off as the witch didn't want to be disturbed. As the driver was cruising down the Queensland highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the Ghost Child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. A group of folks caught some ducks being super chill. Even when the water dragged them toward the brink, they were like, nah, whatever. Everyone was freaked out, but little did they know that these feathered friends were just messing around. As soon as they got close to the edge, they flapped their wings and flew to safety. Sneaky ducks. A few years ago, there was a video that became really popular online. It showed a strange sea creature that some people had caught and filmed. A lot of folks believe it's the real deal and pretty creepy too. The creature looks a bit like a sea hare, but with some serious sharp teeth inside its mouth. Honestly, I don't know what it was up to, but it definitely gave me the heebie-jeebies. The folks who were used to discovering fishes on the shore were taken aback when they stumbled upon a strange human-like creature that had washed upon the beach. It appeared to be a miniature version of a human, with a slimy coating all over its body and small limbs. The more they examined it, the more it mystified them, especially when they observed it breathing and slightly shifting its eerie body. What do you think it was? This incredible video was taken in Jakarta, Indonesia on September 11, 2011. You can see a radiant winged being that looks like an angel descending from the sky and touching down on the ground before taking off again. When people saw this video, they started calling the figure the Angel of Jakarta. Some people even thought it might be a guardian angel sent down. However, there's always a chance that this might be fake. Have you seen this video that's been going viral lately? It's really interesting. Nobody knows where it's from, but it seems to have been filmed in Africa. In the video, a group of people are gathered around a woman standing in the water, and it looks like some sort of ritual is taking place. But then something crazy happens. All of a sudden, the water recedes super fast, and the bay is completely dry where others are standing. People freaked out and said that the shaman caused the water to shift using some kind of divine power. But nothing was ever explained by anyone. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you taste, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale. and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. While on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the human snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. This Ring camera recorded a man walking on the street at night, but just after a few seconds, he appeared to have vanished in thin air. It was in the middle of the camera's view, so we cannot say that he may have walked to the edge of the view. Now, how did this happen and who exactly was the man? This answer remained unknown as the woman whose camera recorded it said she had never seen him before. A year ago, people in Washington saw this weird phenomena happening. A number of fishes were seen crossing the road. Just like you and me, they were all so shocked to see how these salmon fishes were showing this unusual behavior. However, this scenario is the result of the river flooding. What you're seeing are salmon going from a field that they've been washed into, back across the road to get back into the river to continue their journey. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, some salmon that get washed out do this to make it back. What you're seeing right here is a spider which is newly discovered. When the researchers saw it for the first time flip-flopping its way through the desert, they were astonished. At first, it was thought that something might have triggered such behavior. However, later it was observed that this was a new species, and this spider was unlike all the others, and it only does its cartwheeling when trying to get away from a predator. We don't know what this dog was thinking, but he sure did surprise all the humans with his supernatural ability to walk on the water. Every single person in the party was just left shaken. It almost seems like something out of the movie The Secret Life of Pets. Do you think it could be based on a true story? Ravens are incredible beings and are considered to be one of the smartest birds. But one quality of theirs makes them more special than anyone else, and that is the way they can imitate human voices.
Hi. Hi.
Good bird.
For instance, this clip shows a couple recording a raven perched on a stone, then try to make the bird imitate them. But at first, it doesn't seem to care. But then, all of a sudden, the raven starts repeating what they say.
You alright, man? You alright? You alright?
It even says, "I'm alright."
You alright? You alright? You alright? I'm alright.
If you think penguins are just fluffy birds just walking here and there in the coldest regions on the Earth, well, you're wrong, because these penguins are actually having way more fun than any of us. Just that their style of having fun is a little unusual, because what they do love is to poop over one another. Now, I know, it might sound gross and you might go all ew hearing this, but they enjoy it a lot. And who are we to judge, right? Humans and animals have been living together for decades, and this year-long relation has led to us understanding each other pretty much. For instance, take the elephant as an example. Years and years after passing the same road, he has come to know that a truck passes the same road every day with lots of sugarcane. So, what did the elephant decide to do? He decided to take a shortcut to get food and steal from the truck whenever he gets the chance to. These tourists were out looking and admiring the natural beauty when one of them discovered this strange thing happening. He found a waterfall where the water was turning into perfectly round ice balls.
Ice balls.
Don't they just look perfect? And if you're thinking of hitting a friend with it, don't play with them or use them as weapons because they'll hurt. Bugs are often thought of as tiny creatures that anyone can easily squash, aren't they? However, this particular bug defies that stereotype and proves that size doesn't always equate to weakness. Its grip was one of the most powerful I have ever seen, clinging to the machine with an unyielding force that seemed to say, "Go ahead and try to break free." Isn't that truly remarkable? This kangaroo was stuck and had come to the conclusion that he cannot do anything about his situation and needs the help of humans. That is why he did not resist or punch the men who came to help him. Instead, after getting saved and safely on the land, he stood there, calmly waiting for the humans to shake his hand.
Oh, he's thanking ya.
Such bizarre creatures. Not especially friendly, but impossible not to love. So this photographer thought she'd get some cool shots of these seals up close by laying low on the ground. But one of the seals spotted her and decided to check out what's going on. Next thing you know, this huge baby elephant seal is flopping over to investigate. And before she knows it, she's getting squished. Apparently, the seal weighed over 100 kilograms. But the best part is, she and her husband couldn't stop laughing, even though she was flattened like a pancake. Have you seen this video where a photographer was trying to capture some pictures of meerkats in their natural habitat? Well, the meerkats were not too happy being ignored, and they decided to check out the photographer instead. They climbed up on his head, back, and even his camera. These moments were called magic moments by the BBC, and we totally get why. This video features a man showing off his cartwheeling skills in front of a dolphin enclosure. At first, one curious dolphin tried to imitate him, but gave up after one attempt. But then another dolphin arrived and was totally into it. She mimicked every single cartwheel the man did, as if she was trying to impress him. I mean, who knew? Maybe the dolphin did get a crush on the man, right?
This is so cool! This is... Oh my god.
Be it monkeys, chimps, or gorillas, they are all said to be the most intelligent animals on Earth. And they imitate humans almost perfectly. For instance, see this one chimp who was recorded by a camera washing a cloth. Then it cleaned its hands and face with it. The caretakers had no idea where the animal had picked up this habit. According to them, no one ever did anything like that in front of the chimp. But then, where did he learn that? Take a look at this unlikely pair taking a leisurely walk through the woods. It's a lion and a deer. Can you imagine? This trail cam clip is truly special, considering lions are notorious predators and rulers of the jungle. Yet here we witness a deer fearlessly following a lion, as if they're old chums or something. Who knows what really happens in the animal world? But one thing is certain, this video is guaranteed to brighten your day and put a smile on your face. What you're seeing right here might look like a worm to you, but just look at its fang-type teeth and the whole head. This is not a worm, folks. It is called a caecilian, and these are amphibians. Yup, just like frogs. They just lack arms and legs. But as they lack, their nature made them the only amphibians to have fangs. Have you ever heard of a fishing cat? No, it's not a cat that likes to go fishing with a rod and reel. These adorable felines are the only ones in the world that specialize in catching fish. While other cats may nibble on a fish occasionally, these guys are pros at it. Found in South Asia, fishing cats are known for their unique hunting style. They dive face first into the water to ambush their prey. This video shows two turtles hanging out together, when suddenly one of them flips over and can't get back on its feet. But what happens next is truly heartwarming. The other turtle comes to the rescue and uses its head to push and help the struggling one roll back over. This behavior has been seen among turtles a lot of times. When one rolls over the other, one comes running to help. This amazing chimp was seen sweeping the floor in his cage with a broom. It's incredible, right? According to his caretaker, the chimp learned this behavior by simply watching them sweep the floor. Apparently, she's usually the one cleaning up the enclosure, but this clever chimp decided to lend a hand. This man was sitting in the woods minding his own business when this little guy decided to come up to him and give some company. What did he want in return? Just some scratches under his neck. That is all the payment needed for such nice company. And look at that cute face. Every time I hear about catfish, they're always doing something wild. Now in India, these slippery swimmers are taking to land and learning how to walk. Don't they have enough space in the vast ocean? Apparently not, as they venture onto land in search of grub. I don't know about you, but to me it's kind of freaky to see so many of them scurrying about. What a strange sight. If you thought sloths were nothing but lazy critters, prepare to have your mind blown. Because it turns out they can move pretty darn fast when they want to. I mean, check out the footage of those little guys attacking those humans with lightning speed. Honestly, it's probably best to give them their space and let them do their sloth thing without disturbing them. Who knew these seemingly laid-back animals had such a surprising burst of energy in them? Well, on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. As Vincent Ferreira was enjoying a leisurely fishing trip off the coast of California, he got an unexpected visitor, a friendly seal who decided to hop aboard his kayak. Initially, Vincent was a bit startled, but he quickly realized that the seal just wanted a hug. The adorable creature snuggled up to Vincent and refused to leave, creating a heartwarming moment that was caught on camera.
Here's my new friend. He jumped aboard out at the bridge.
Despite several attempts to coax the seal back into the water, the little guy just wanted to stay and hang out with his new friends. Check out this crazy footage captured by some guys in Israel. They managed to catch what looks like a real-life mermaid on camera. The quality isn't great, but you can totally see the creature chilling on a rock before diving back into the water when it notices the guys creeping up.
Oh my God! What is that?
Do you think this thing was the real deal or just some kind of hoax? We want to hear your thoughts. When a wildlife channel placed cameras in the jungle, their goal was to capture footage of animals being themselves. What they didn't expect was to witness bears shaking their behinds and moving like Shakira in the woods. Just like us humans, bears get itchy sometimes. But unlike us, they scratch their backs on trees, and they absolutely love doing it. I mean, look at them. You won't believe what I just saw in this video. So it was late at night, and this guy was driving his usual route when he came across something super creepy. He was like, nope, I'm turning back and getting out of here. There was this ghostly woman in the middle of the road, holding a knife, and she was actually stabbing herself. Can you imagine? What would you do if you witnessed that? There was a French photographer who decided to set up a camera and a big mirror in the middle of the jungle. He wanted to see how the animals would react to their own reflections. And guess what? It turned out way crazier than he expected. The leopard couldn't get enough of itself. The gorilla saw it as a chance to have a fight with its own reflection. And the elephant didn't really care much. But the chimpanzees, oh boy, they had a blast checking themselves out while scratching. Imagine there's a dock and out of nowhere a mermaid shows up. She looks all confused, swimming back and forth like she's trying to find her way to the water. But here's the strange part. There were people around, and they didn't do anything. I mean, come on, if I saw a mermaid, I'd be freaking out. You'd think someone would have called the authorities or something. Now, there's a big debate about whether this video is real or edited. Nobody really knows for sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Imagine if the magical world from the books and movies were actually real. Well, after watching this video of a creature that looks just like Dobby, I can't help but wonder if there's a hidden realm of magic out there that we humans don't know about. This creature was doing some kind of funky dance with its thin legs, and trust me, it definitely wasn't a human or some kid doing a chicken dance. Have you seen this bizarre video that's been going around? It's super short, but it shows this seriously weird creature on a random trail in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to make out what it is, but it kind of resembles a woman with a really strange posture. The thing is all muddy or dark brown and crawling around, scratching the ground with its long, skinny fingers. It also has something pointy sticking out of its head and seems to be crying. You know those pesky raccoons in North America that are always causing trouble for humans? Well, turns out they can annoy bucks too. In this video, these little thieves were initially tolerated as they stole food from the fields. But after a while, the buck's patience reached its limit. The food was running out, but the raccoons just kept showing up. There were so many raccoons, and they were so stubborn that the deer felt overwhelmed and decided to take matters into its own hooves. Apparently, a baby dinosaur or something that looks like it was spotted running around the city on CCTV footage. It's got us all wondering, could it be possible that dinosaurs still exist? I mean, how crazy would that be? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think it's legit or just a prank? Whether it's alligators or crocodiles, we've always seen them as fierce predators. But have you ever wondered what these reptiles do when they think no one's watching? Well, picture this. A gator lazily floating around in a pool, seemingly enjoying the refreshing water. It's almost like they're having a chill moment, just vibing with themselves. Seeing them like this, it's hard not to find them kinda cute, right? On Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean, a spectacular natural phenomenon takes place every year. Millions of red crabs embark on an epic journey from the forest to the coast to mate. This journey begins during the rainy season and is protected by park rangers who block off roads and construct temporary fences along the migration path. As the crabs reach the coast, they engage in a frenzied mating ritual before the females lay up to 10,000 eggs each. The island becomes a sea of red as the crabs cover the landscape, creating a breathtaking and unforgettable sight. This spooky video was recorded in Mexico in 2006. You can see a mysterious figure flying through the sky on a broomstick. Some people think it's a witch. The locals had been talking about these witches for ages, but nobody had any proof until this footage was taken. The witch's flight looks a bit shaky, so maybe she's a new witch still practicing her flying skills. In a terrifying encounter in Alberta, Canada, a man captured a video that appears to unveil an enormous creature, potentially belonging to a tribe of colossal beings native to the region, leisurely walking atop of a mountain without any visible means of support. The shadowy figure is of such immense size that it was noticed by two individuals during their usual commute. A multitude of individuals are now filled with curiosity, questioning the validity of the legends surrounding giants in this area. Could it be that there's something far more sinister lurking within the mysterious Alberta mountains? The Rake is a popular creepy urban legend, similar to Slender Man, about a humanoid creature that attacks people. In a video posted by a man on July 25, 2011, filmed near the Hudson Bridge, he heard strange noises on his roof and decided to go check out what was happening while recording it all. While exploring, he unexpectedly falls off the roof, even though he was not injured or anything. The footage revealed a terrifying creature staring back at him later, leaving us all to imagine, was that really a rake?
Hello? Oh my god.
Let's check out this clip captured on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler, or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. This video was recorded by a group of friends who were looking for ghosts and other unusual beings, they thought that would be present there. And that's exactly what they happened to come across. They were hearing strange noises, and when they went deeper into the forest to investigate, they saw a weird creature staring at them from behind the tree. As soon as they spotted it, it disappeared.
Oh shit! Oh my God.
A weird black smoke-like being is what appears in this video, and this happened when an arrest was going on in Florida. Neither the police officers nor the other man had any idea about it. They remained oblivious to the thing, but the guy recording it was surely freaked out. Riding through the peaceful forest, a lone biker suddenly comes across a strange and mysterious creature. As a cyclist gets closer to a narrow trail surrounded by tall walls, a weird and otherworldly being jumps down from the wall and almost crashes into the biker. Surprised, the cyclist stops to look for the creature, but it has disappeared without a trace. Because of its strange look and incredible speed, it's hard to figure out exactly what this creature could be. There was a French photographer who decided to set up a camera and a big mirror in the middle of the jungle. He wanted to see how the animals would react to their own reflections, and guess what? It turned out way crazier than he expected. The leopard couldn't get enough of itself. The gorilla saw it as a chance to have a fight with its own reflection, and the elephant didn't really care much. But the chimpanzees, oh boy, they had a blast checking themselves out while scratching. In this funny incident, a bear trespassed onto someone's property at night and tried to snack on some chickens. It attempted to break into the chicken coop, but got startled by a strange voice and decided to run away as fast as possible. Turns out, the owner, Haley, woke up in the middle of the night and shouted at the bear from a window to scare it off. Now let's talk about hellhounds. These supernatural dogs are supposed to guard the gates of hell. Ancient Greece had stories about them, including one about a three-headed dog named Cerberus. Legend has it that if you look into its eyes 3 times or more, you'll drop dead on the spot. In this video from the TV show Mountain Monsters, they claim to have captured a real-life hellhound. The host interviewed a guy who said he caught the elusive creature on tape. The footage shows a black 4-legged beast. People all over the world are going crazy over it, wondering if this video is legit or not. You know those mythical creatures called centaurs? They're like humans with a horse's body. Well, check out this newborn goat from Argentina. It has a face that looks human. When the folks in the town saw it, they thought something magical must have been involved in its birth. Some say it's just a weird birth effect, but most people are calling it a real-life centaur. We've seen some bizarre animal videos on the internet, but nothing quite like this goat with a human-like face. In July 2008 in New York, 2 friends were out to take a walk along the shore, not knowing what was about to come next. Lying a few feet away was a dead creature that no one had ever seen before. It was the size of a small dog, a beak like a chicken, and a tail again like a dog. It was hairless but had small patches of hair on it. They posted the picture they took later on the internet, and everyone was left shocked with not even a single person giving a logical explanation. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. It's small like a squirrel, but its face is more like a monkey, you know? A farmer caught it on camera while wandering around the woods, but we're clueless about what it actually is. If any of you have any bright ideas, let us in on the secret, okay? It's a bit fuzzy and low res, but what it captures is absolutely unbelievable. Picture this: a creature with a head shaped like a hammer suddenly pops up on a camper's roof, screams its lungs out, and then vanishes into thin air. Some folks thought it resembled a dog, while others said a monkey. But honestly, it didn't look like any of those critters to us. So what the heck was it? Nobody knows. Unlike most of the videos in today's list, this one was recorded in a home where 3 guys were talking while lightly playing with a ball. And that is when a short black witch-like thing appeared out of nowhere and went past them in a hurry, which scared the boys quite a lot. When it was uploaded on the internet, some said it was definitely a witch, while others couldn't help but think it was a fake video. And this one is a very short video, but creepy nonetheless. While the little kid enjoyed her swing, we see a tiny creature running from somewhere behind her. Was it a dwarf, or a ghost, or something more mischievous and scary? I guess we will never know. A man was out driving at night to get to his home, and while he was halfway through, he saw something quite creepy. A woman dressed in fancy clothing was walking on the road. Since she was too far, we can't clearly make out of her dressing, but that's what the man said. Even though he stood there for a few minutes, the woman did not come near. She just kept walking in that area. What if you were in a cemetery visiting a loved one and you encountered a weird man who disappeared behind a pole? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man, and he approached the spot to see where the man had gone, but no one was there. So he hurried back home with 1,000 questions swirling in his mind and a great deal of fear in his heart. In a terrifying encounter in Alberta, Canada, a man captured a video that appears to unveil an enormous creature, potentially belonging to a tribe of colossal beings native to the region, leisurely walking atop of a mountain without any visible means of support. The shadowy figure is of such immense size that it was noticed by 2 individuals during their usual commute. A multitude of individuals are now filled with curiosity, questioning the validity of the legends surrounding giants in this area. Could it be that there's something far more sinister lurking within the mysterious Alberta mountains? This video was recorded in China and has caused controversy since then. Some say that the mermaid in the video is real, and there have been numerous sightings of mermaids in the area, while others refuse to believe it, saying it is nothing but fake. There have been no comments by the authorities, so we can't be sure. But what if it is real? This scary video was recorded in the woods where a little ghost dressed as a human was seen hopping around. But wait until it turns towards the camera, and that's when you see that the little ghost is a dog dressed as a little girl and was just annoying some peaceful moments in the woods. This video was uploaded a few years back on YouTube and scared the whole world. It shows what appears to be 2 girls in skirts, one holding the other one and smashing her here and there while walking on a wall. For me, it is the most terrifying clip out there. The woman was enjoying her peaceful sleep in her room when she heard weird noises. As she woke up, she saw this weird as hell goat coming into her room. But things weren't very scary until the goat opened its mouth. If it were me, I wouldn't know what I would have done. Seriously. Are mermaids actually not real? Or are these scientists and experts hiding things from us? Because there's a hell of a lot of proof out there that shows they might be real. Just like this video where a dead mermaid is being filmed by a man. Maybe it isn't like what we all have imagined, but it is the closest anything could get to a definition of a mermaid. This clip was recorded in 2018 and was posted on the internet with a caption saying, "Ghost caught on camera." However, if you look closely, it only looks like a kid trying to sneak into a home. And then there's another kid sitting there. And not just that, we see a ghost walking on the roof too. So what do you guys think? Isn't that creepy? In July 2022, something strange happened in a hospital. While we see people waiting in the lobby, a surgeon appears, scared as hell, and runs away, tripping here and there. The people there did not give it much importance until they see a wheelchair coming from the left, and then it turns towards them on its own. That's when they knew it wasn't something funny. It was a haunted hospital. While driving on the Queensland Highway, the driver had no idea something surprising was about to happen. As he kept driving, he noticed something strange on the side of the road. To his surprise, he and other people saw a ghostly figure standing right in the middle of the road. The ghost looked like a pure white child floating just a little bit above the ground. This spooky sighting became famous and many people started calling it the ghost child. However, some people who didn't believe in ghosts argued that it might not be real. Farmers in Puerto Rico were getting worried as their animals kept getting attacked by an unknown predator. Investigators tried to figure out what it was, but they couldn't find any clues. Initially, people thought it was a wolf, but the footprints didn't match. Some people claimed to have seen something like an ape and called it a chupacabra. It mostly targeted goats. The whole situation was scary and kept everyone on edge. And even though it happened a few years ago, the mystery remains unsolved. In South Africa, a strange creature has been spotted roaming around town. It looks like a mix of a man and a dog, and it lives and eats with other dogs. There are many rumors and fears surrounding it, but nobody has been able to get close and learn more. We only have blurry camera footage of it walking with its furry friends. The big question is whether it's just a man with mental issues or something more unusual. Let us know your thoughts. Imagine you're a farmer, excited to start your day and work in the field with your animals. But when you arrive, this is what you see. Not a pleasant sight, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to this farmer who encountered the world's largest bat in his field. It's so big that people refer to it as the flying fox. Now, let's watch this astonishing video from China where a fish was discovered that has a face resembling a human's. The video became extremely popular in November 2019, and people were completely startled. Some people believe it was a carp with a face that looked like a human's, but we can't be certain. Although the video is authentic, it's possible that the way the fish's scales appear on the camera's angle might have created that illusion. What do you think? We all adore dogs, right? But have you seen Stucky, the dog that got mummified? A farmer discovered this well-preserved dog while working in the forest and cutting down trees. Trapped inside a tree trunk, he was protected from predators, insects, and the weather. How did this occur, you may wonder? It's a mystery. Some theories propose that the dog might have become trapped and died while inside the oak tree. Whatever the reason, it's truly astonishing to witness how well nature can preserve things. Take a look at the picture of Stucky, and you'll understand why it's simultaneously eerie and magnificent. Get ready to be amazed by something incredible, straight from the farm. If you love horses and think they're the most gentle creatures, you might want to take a seat for this. In this video, we witness a horse doing something unexpected, devouring a family of chickens by eating one of the little chicks. The mother chicken tries her best to protect her offspring, but she's no match for the enormous horse. It's shocking to observe such behavior from a seemingly peaceful animal, but it serves as a reminder that animals can surprise us in various ways. Trail cameras mounted on trees recording animals is an old thing now. Spy cameras dressed and set as actual animals is the new thing now, and we see that in this video, which shows a spy gorilla camera in action. At first, the clan thought it to be weird and had to do a little inspection before they made the decision that the gorilla is no harm, so they'll let it stay. And that's when the camera recorded the beautiful moments of the gorilla family. Wolves are always considered to be the ferocious, the dangerous, the stay-away type animals. But these wolves, I don't want to stay away from them. Looking at the way they're all cuddling and kissing each other, don't they look like the most adorable beings right here? What do you guys think? The giant lizard that's basically a real-life dragon. These guys are massive. They're the largest living lizards in the world, and their venomous saliva is no joke. If they bite you, you could end up paralyzed or even dead. And let's not forget about those sharp claws and teeth. They're fierce predators that don't mess around. In fact, they've been known to attack and even kill humans who get too close. So if you ever find yourself in the presence of a Komodo dragon, just remember to keep your distance and give them the space they deserve. Otherwise, you might end up regretting it. If you ever find yourself face to face with a Nile crocodile in the wild, you better watch out. These big guys are not to be messed with. They are one of the largest crocodile species in the world and have a reputation for being quite aggressive. They've been known to attack humans and other animals without much warning. So it's best to keep your distance.
Stop.
Cone snail. This is a little guy that you might not expect to be dangerous. The cone snail. These colorful little snails might seem harmless, but don't let their size fool you. They pack a venomous punch that can cause paralysis and even death. I mean, talk about a small but mighty creature. So if you're ever strolling along the beach and come across a cone snail, be sure to admire it from a safe distance. After all, You never know what could be lurking beneath that pretty shell. These guys are some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and they can grow up to a whopping 18 feet long. That's longer than most cars, people! And let's not forget about their venom. It's no joke. If they bite you, you could end up with respiratory failure and possibly even death. So if you ever come across a king cobra in the wild, just remember to give them the space they deserve and admire them from a safe distance. After all, it's better to be alive and well than up close and personal with one of these deadly snakes. This little dude may be small, but trust me, it's a ninja in disguise. Its venom is like a 1-2 punch that can knock you out and even kill you in just a matter of minutes. Those blue rings on its body may look cool, but they're actually a warning sign that says back off. If you see one of these guys while you're out swimming or diving, keep your distance and give it some space. But let's be real here. As dangerous as they may be, blue-ringed octopuses are still pretty fascinating creatures. Just don't let their small size fool you. They pack a deadly punch. The cassowary is usually known for its striking appearance, with its bright blue head and neck and a large bony protrusion on its head called a casque. However, these birds are also incredibly dangerous, with sharp claws on their feet that can cause serious injury or even death. Cassowaries are also known to be territorial and can become aggressive if they feel threatened. And when they do, get ready to run as fast as you can and as long as you can, because they will follow you as long as they can. Get ready to meet the Usain Bolt of the snake world, the black mamba. This slithery speedster is the fastest snake in the world, and with a name like Mamba, you know it's not something to mess with. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a black mamba, just remember to give them their space and back away slowly. Trust me, you don't want to challenge this sprinting serpent to a race. You know those pesky bugs that buzz around your ear and leave you itching and scratching all over? Yeah, those are mosquitoes, and don't let their small size fool you. These little bloodsuckers are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on the planet. How, you ask? By transmitting deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny terrors. So next time you hear that high-pitched whine, grab the bug spray and protect yourself from the deadliest animal on Earth, the mosquito. If you thought getting a paper cut was painful, wait until you hear about the stonefish. This little fish may not look like much, but it packs a punch with its venomous spines that can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, and get this, the venom is so potent that victims have been known to beg for amputation just to stop the pain. So next time you're out snorkeling, be sure to watch where you step, or you might end up with a nasty surprise from the deadliest fish in the world, the stonefish. This 8-legged terror is a master of disguise, blending in with its surroundings and striking when you least expect it. Its venom is like a slow-acting time bomb, silently eating away at your flesh until it's too late to stop it. And don't be fooled by their size. These tiny terrors can bring down a full-grown adult with just one bite. So watch where you step and check your shoes before putting them on, because the brown recluse could be waiting to strike at any moment. Stay safe, my friends. You know what's scarier than a shark in a horror movie? A real-life great white shark! These bad boys can grow up to 20 feet long and have a bite force that can crush bones. And let's not forget about their famous razor-sharp teeth. One bite from these guys can be deadly. So the next time you're swimming in the ocean, remember to keep your eyes peeled for the great white shark, the ultimate predator of the sea. These pesky little creatures are found all over Australia, and their bite can be a real pain. Their venom is no joke. It can make you feel like your whole body's on fire. That's why it's important to keep an eye out for these sneaky spiders and make sure you're not their next victim. But here's the thing. As much as we may dislike them, redback spiders are actually pretty fascinating creatures. They're part of the widow spider family, and their females are notorious for eating their male counterparts after mating. Talk about a bad breakup. Check out the tiger shark, a big bad predator of the ocean. These bad boys have been known to attack humans and are one of the most dangerous sharks out there. With their razor-sharp teeth and incredible hunting abilities, they're a force to be reckoned with. If you see one in the water, it's best to give them plenty of space and let them do their thing. Africa's version of the Hulk. These big boys can weigh up to a whopping 2,000 pounds, making them one of the biggest and baddest creatures out there. And here's the thing, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to take on lions and even humans, and let me tell you, you don't want to mess with them. That's why they're also known as the Black Death. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these beasts, just remember to give them plenty of space and respect. This little dude might look like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, it's 100% real and 100% not to be messed with. Why? Because it's one of the only venomous lizards out there. That's right, this sneaky little guy packs a bite that can cause some serious pain and swelling. But here's where things get mysterious. Nobody really knows why it's venomous. Is it for hunting? Self-defense? Who knows? All we do know is that if you ever come across a Gila monster, it's best to give it some space. After all, you don't want to end up on the receiving end of a venomous bite from this cool but dangerous lizard. Did you know that the Sydney funnel-web spider is basically the Australian funnel-web spider's BFF? And let me tell you, their venom is no joke. It can knock you out faster than a kangaroo bouncing on a trampoline. Plus, if you get bitten by one of these creepy crawlies, you could end up with respiratory failure or even die. So make sure you steer clear of these 8-legged critters if you happen to come across them. Safety first, folks. The gentle giants that can turn into raging beasts. Now, I know we all love these intelligent and majestic creatures, but let's not forget they're also one of the biggest and most powerful animals on land. And when they feel threatened, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to attack and even kill humans who got too close to their turf. So if you're ever in the presence of an elephant, be sure to give them their space and show them the respect they deserve. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these big guys. If you're not a fan of snakes, then you better steer clear of the inland taipan, mate. This snake is not to be messed with, as it's considered the most venomous snake in the world. Its venom is so deadly that it can cause multiple organ failure and can kill a human in less than an hour. Talk about fierce. Despite its fearsome reputation, the inland taipan is actually a pretty fascinating creature. It has an incredible sense of smell and can detect prey from miles away. Plus, its venom is being studied for its potential to help treat certain medical conditions. Who knew this lethal creature could have a softer side? This image shows a huge predator of the world of water, with its weird horrifying mask and tentacles showing. We also see a boat nearby comparing, which we can see how big the size of the creature is. But well, no matter how creepy this may look, it's not real. Instead, it is an image created through Photoshop. Still, with the ocean being only 3% discovered, who knows? Maybe this actually might be real too. What do you guys think about it? This crocodile is like the Hulk of the animal kingdom. It's one tough customer. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself in its neck of the woods, you better watch your back. This bad boy has been known to attack humans, so you don't want to mess with it. I mean, just imagine coming face to face with a creature that's built like a tank, has jaws that could crush a car, and is just itching for a fight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. So if you're planning a trip to South America, make sure you steer clear of this feisty dude's territory. If you think you're the only one crushing hard on all those Korean oppas, well, you're wrong, because it isn't just us humans, but these beluga whales too who love Korean men. This beluga whale has such a big crush on her trainer that it refuses to kiss anyone else but him. And waits all day for just him to come to her and play with her. The other two males have to be separated from her because they like her so much that she finds them annoying. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you taste, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale. and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. This little guy had his hands burnt in a forest fire and didn't know what to do. So he came to the humans for help. And lucky for him, this kind woman was there to lend a hand. It's incredible how calm and trusting the kangaroo is while the woman tends to his wounds. So this girl was snowboarding as usual, but then something unexpected happened to her. She was singing a song while getting on her board, and once ready, she started riding. Suddenly, she noticed a glimpse of a bear chasing her from behind, but she didn't fully comprehend what was going on. Thankfully, the girl was quick enough to escape the bear and unknowingly saved her life. This weird little thing was recorded deep underwater, transforming into different shapes. The researchers, the people on the internet, in fact, every single person who saw this was shocked to his core, wondering what this creature could have been and what other superpowers it might hold. Can this be an alien? I mean, I can't help but wonder, you know? An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? So, these scientists saw a super weird fish and were totally confused. But then something crazy happened. The fish suddenly shrunk its mouth down really fast, and everyone was shocked. It turns out that the fish is called a gulper eel, and it has a special kind of mouth that can puff up to eat big things. This fish is really interesting because of its cool mouth and the way it moves around. Overall, it's pretty amazing. The secrets hidden in the deep forest seems endless, and we never know what we might find. Recently, a trail camera in Vietnam caught a glimpse of a rare two-tone mouse deer that scientists thought had vanished 30 years ago. It was strolling around leisurely as if it owned the place. It's amazing that some of these unique animals have managed to escape hunters and predators, giving them a chance to flourish in their natural environment. Have you ever heard of flying snakes? Yeah, you heard that right. Flying snakes. A viral video making the rounds on the internet recently showed these slithering creatures taking to the skies. But don't worry, they're not flapping their wings or anything. They're actually gliding through the air. These incredible creatures, known as Chrysopelia, have the ability to contort their bodies and flatten their ribs to cover a significant distance after launching themselves into the air. It's an amazing feat that allows them to travel between trees with ease. Who knew snakes could fly? This pelican was recorded by a man trying to eat a capybara. I mean, we know and I know that he knows that the capybara is too big for him, but no, that won't stop him from doing that. And then he is just left all embarrassed because he did not succeed. Imagine you're out scuba diving and when you surface for air, you discover an octopus that won't let go of your back. In a recent video, a diver experienced this unexpected surprise and was trying everything he could to shake off the clingy cephalopod. Despite moving in different directions, the octopus wouldn't budge, and the diver started feeling uncomfortable with its sharp beak and sticky suckers. Perhaps the octopus just wanted a hug. What do you think? As the driver was cruising down the Queensland highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the ghost child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. Okay, so I've got a creepy story for you. A girl was taking a break near the harbor when out of nowhere, a sea lion popped up, grabbed her, and dragged her into the water. Her family and bystanders freaked out, but luckily, a brave dude jumped in and rescued her. It was a shocking incident because sea lions usually don't attack people without a reason. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.